Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I would apologize, but why would I ever apologize for who I am?
Because it's a crime, that's why.
Oh, shut up. So, how's everyone doing today?
I'm feeling a little bit weird, a little bit off. I can't. Oh, 1 second. Hello, everyone. Mason here. How are you doing? Okay. Now I'm in the mental space. I'm fine now.
Damn it, Mason.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh my god.
But no, I'm good. Other than writing frustrations, I'm doing good.
Ah, yeah. Because those are never fun. Well, sometimes. Except for when they are.
And how are you, other than dying, Mr. Walter White? But he sounds like with his coughing.
Yeah. He's like, I have the tuberculosis.
Don't joke about that. Tuberculosis isn't funny and never will be.
No.
What, did you know someone with the tuberc?
With the TB.
I can't expand. It would be potential spoilers for something, so.
Oh.
Okay. Gotcha.
Not my things. Don't get excited. It's potential spoilers for something that I have a feeling you will get to eventually, so I just don't want to spoil you. But needless to say, tuberculosis is not funny.
Well, no. I mean, TB, like back when it was a thing, it was no joke for sure. Hence, I can make the dog joke about it now.
No, you can't. Because I'm incredibly offended.
But I did, though. So.
And now I'm triggered.
If only the rest of Team Adventurous gave a shit.
Oh, no.
Well, one of us has to carry the burden.
Alrighty.
One of us has to be a professional.
Which one is that?
What?
Kate? That's my best guess.
It's Pay, yeah.
No, I said Kate. But yeah, Pay.
No, I was saying it was Pay.
Yeah. Yeah, Pay would be the obvious choice, actually.
Yeah.
All right. So, Mason, are you familiar with a channel called The Critical Drinker?
I feel like I should just always answer no, whether or not I am actually familiar. but the genuine answer is no.
You're such a turd burglar, Mason. You and Kate both.
One day you're going to ask me, and I'm going to be like, yes, I do know that.
But then you actually
But it'll have to be something that was big before, like, 2008 or something.
What would be really funny is if you were like, yes, I do, but you actually don't.
So the Critical Drinker.
Yes, I do, but I hate it.
The Critical Drinker
Uh-huh.
is a channel that does movie reviews.
Yes.
Okay. This is Mason, did you ever see any of the Charlie's Angels movies?
No.
Well, Critical Drinker's funny on his own.
You know, movies can fail for a whole multitude of reasons. Sometimes the fundamental premise of the film is so bad that nothing built on it can possibly hope to succeed. Sometimes it arrives to a storm of divisive marketing and political pandering that instantly turns off everyone who isn't a blue-haired actor.
Like a biopic.
Yeah, exactly.
Twitter, sometimes it features a cast so thoroughly uninteresting that it becomes hard to remember you even saw them on screen. Sometimes the ego and incompetence of the director causes them to lash out at valid criticism, galvanizing people's dislike of both them and their movie. And well, sometimes it's just shit. But occasionally, a movie will manage to do all of these things simultaneously, and it's just glorious to watch. It's a bit like watching someone throw up, piss, and soil themselves all at the same time. You know you shouldn't look, but there's something mesmerizing about such a perfect disaster. And so it is with Charlie's Angels, a 2019 reboot of an early 2000s remake of a 1970s TV show that most people either forgot about or never even knew existed. Written, directed, produced by and starring Elizabeth Banks, a fading actress who basically pushed for this film as her own personal vanity project. Charlie's Angels was first announced way back in 2015. It's a sign of Sony's confidence in the script that it took another 3 years and multiple rewrites before shooting even began. Anyway, the movie stumbled out the
Yes,
gate.
because movies never take a long
more-
time to make and never get rewritten.
I mean, but hey, he doesn't not have a point, Mason. Come on now.
Yeah.
I know. Listen, this is my gimmick, okay? Get fucked.
Here's the thing though, you're just such a blind little curmudgeon goblin that sometimes I can't tell where the gimmick ends and you begin, okay?
I love how I'm cheerful with everybody else. I'm just miserable with you.
I've been known to have that effect on people.
I was on Sam's channel yesterday having a nice laugh, like, oh, Sam, you're so lovely. And then I come on here and I'm just like, get fucked, Zack.
Listen,
I love
I
how I
know
sounded like that one
I
orc from. I sounded like that one orc from the Two Towers. Then looks like meat's back on the menu, boys.
Yeah.
yeah. Why can't we have some meat? What about them? They're fresh.
That's actually not bad. Hold on.
No, it's not bad at all. I was like,
That's
whoa,
actually really good.
hey.
Nothing but maggoty bread for 3 stinking days.
Well, that one was a little more guttural. It was much more like, we've had nothing but maggoty bread for 3 stinking days.
For 3 stinking days. Yeah, I forgot that it was that one, not the not the heroin addict one.
Mhm. Right? Yeah. Oh my god, that's so perfect.
I can't have some meat.
Although I would disagree, he's actually much more like a meth addict.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I would agree
Yeah,
that all the orcs are on meth.
what about the one of the I'm gonna put a maggot hole in your belly?
Yeah, that one's definitely on meth.
That was the meat one.
Oh yeah, it is, yeah.
No. The meat one is the one that got torn apart. The meat one is the one that got torn apart. So the one you just said was a different one. God, I need to rewatch those movies. We should do an adventure.
Me too. It's been a long time, yeah.
Oh
More than 4 years of development. Jesus, the First World War was wrapped up quicker than this thing. Arriving in cinemas with all the grace and agility of a fat positivity activist trying to do a cartwheel. Released to critical reviews that I could best describe as middling, and an 8.6 million domestic weekend that I could best describe as fucking disastrous. With no major territories left to release in, the movie's on track to lose Sony tens of millions of dollars. But how and why did it fail so hard? Well, now that I've subjected myself to it in a virtually empty movie theatre, I can confidently reveal the answer to this most vexing of questions.
Virtually empty movie theaters are the best movie theaters.
Right.
I agree.
Yeah.
When me and Lee went to go see Joker, we were the only people in the theater, and it was fucking amazing.
Yes, I was about to say that. I have had the pleasure of being. I've been in an empty movie theater once with Caitlin, and then another time I was in a theater, and I was literally the only person in there, and I was like, "Yo, this is tight."
I just got this image of you like sat in the middle of the theater with like the noisiest snacks possible, and you just like you just shouting at the screen like, "She's the killer, you idiot!"
Well, I'm sorry. I have to report to you that I was quite boring. I had no snacks. I was actually up at the top, and I sat very quietly and enjoyed the utter silence besides the movie.
Oh, you're so boring.
Have to. Allow me to regale you with the story of Charlie's Angels. So the movie opens with Kristen Stewart mouth-breathing her way through what I guess is supposed to be a seductive dinner scene with a smug
We all
business.
know that she holds her breath.
What
That's
was that?
She doesn't breathe at all.
No.
Oh God, I
That's
love
why
it.
she was cast as Bella. That was the main thing.
Yeah.
That's how the Bella auditions went. They came in, you know, they got I was trying to think. They got Keira Knightley in. They were like, "Can you hold your breath?" And she was like, "No, I can't." And they're like, "Get out!"
Right. And we were like, who can we get that can stare widely?
They need to be able to hold their breath for 15 minutes and stare widely at nothing, like the TV, well, excuse me, like the truck just keeps getting closer and closer, but they still can't move. Yeah, the TV, Zack. Jesus Christ. God, I'm sorry.
Laugh because Mouth Breather does seduction about as well as Leslie Jones does funny. Anyway, straight away the dialogue makes it clear that this is going to be a girl power movie. Big time. Smug businessman spends the whole scene mansplaining to her about why he's better and why women shouldn't try to do traditionally male jobs. But she's like, nah, it'll be fine. Because it turns out she's one of Charlie's Angels, an elite group of all-female crime fighters who get sent on missions all over the world. So Mouth Breather beats up smug businessman, and when his boneheaded security guards try to intervene, the rest of the Angels show up to take them out. Pay particular attention to Gigantor here, because she's theoretically a character in this film.
Theoretically, a character.
Theoretically.
That's
character.
Woo! I fucking love that. She's theoretically in this, I guess.
Yeah.
That's the movie. That's the movie critic. That's the movie critic equivalent of, "Oh, John, you poor fool."
Oh God. If you want to get that reference, go to Mason's channel and check out the Bleeding Ground series.
Guess this could probably be called a fight scene, but it's basically a bunch of extremely accommodating stuntmen standing around like planks of wood while the girls pretend to hit them. One of them even berates her enemy for stealing charity money from disadvantaged women and children, because I guess men don't need help from charities, eh? Anyway, so they arrest smug businessmen, and then Captain Picard shows up to congratulate the Angels on a job well done, because I guess that's the kind of thing that has to be done in the middle of an active operation, instead of later on when they're getting debriefed. Nah, whatever. So this scene neatly establishes the complex and fascinating dynamic and personalities of the main characters. Mouth Breather is the wild one who likes to party, and oh look, she has short hair beneath her wig. Where have I seen this look before? Gigantor, on the other hand, is the serious, straight-laced one who doesn't like to party. Holy shit, I feel like I'm about to be crushed by the depth of these characterizations. So Mouth Breather and Gigantor go off to party, or not, respectively, and that wraps up our intro. Flash forward to the following year, and Captain Picard is retired because he's like 200 years old now. The new Bosley is portrayed by that guy from Guardians of the Galaxy. Who? So that guy from Guardians of the Galaxy meets with magical scientist lady who worked to...
I love it when people do that. They like say something about something and then they use a fucking movie quote to respond. I just fucking love that. I love it when editors do that.
This seems like a really weird, like, Kristen Stewart seems like a really weird casting choice for this, because,
Yeah.
like, contrary to popular opinion, I don't think that she's that bad at acting. I think that she has definitely shown in some places that she has some skill.
Yes.
But
Where?
badass assassin role? not what I would like immediately jump to, you know?
No, not at all. And Kate, don't be too much of a troll. Like I
No, I
I
was
do have to
genuinely
agree
asking.
with Mason. What?
I was genuinely asking.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll look it up after this video. I'll show you some of the movies that I think demonstrate that.
Because she's one of those people, I think, honestly, kind of like Nicolas Cage and a few other people. People cast them to play themselves.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm not arguing that.
I really like Nicolas Cage, I'm not going to lie. Gone
Yeah.
in 60 Seconds is one of my favourite films of all time.
Oh my god. That movie, yeah.
He
Yeah.
never should have been Ghost Rider, though. That was horrible.
That was a
Yeah.
weird film.
Yeah, it was very strange having him as Ghost Rider. It was
He doesn't fit the character at all.
no.
I
he
do
don't.
really want to see that new film that he's in there where he literally plays himself like that. I've seen some trailers for that and it looks genuinely funny.
Oh, I haven't even heard about that. I'm gonna have to.
Yeah.
We'll look at a trailer for that after this.
Okay.
Develop a magical MacGuffin called Callisto that's designed to revolutionize the energy industry because, you know, attractive women in their mid-20s are well known for being genius scientific inventors. But she's worried because the device has been altered by evil white men to induce fatal seizures in anyone within its area of effect. How and why does this happen? Don't know. Don't question this stuff. Just look at the pretty colours and the nice outfits.
Who cares?
Anyway,
Science.
What?
Who cares? Science. That's
Right.
how.
Because science.
evil assassin guy who kills the guy from Guardians of the Galaxy and leaves magical science lady to drown. But then Gigantor saves her, and she and Mouthbreather take her to Elizabeth Banks, who's now the new Bosley. She wants proof that evil white men are evil, so she tasks Mouthbreather and Gigantor to break into their headquarters and steal the other MacGuffins before they fall into the wrong hands. And magical science lady goes with them because the plot needs to happen. And oh no, it looks like evil white man stole the MacGuffins before the angels could steal the MacGuffins. What a rake hell! So they go on the hunt and track him down to Istanbul. Why Istanbul? Because it looks nice, I guess. And that's a recurring theme in this film, by the way. Logic and rational thought are secondary to making nice colourful things appear on the screen. It looks like evil white man is planning to sell the MacGuffins on the black market, using smug businessmen as the broker. Oh yeah, he's out of prison now, I guess. But then evil assassin man shows up and kills evil white man, and Elizabeth Banks mysteriously vanishes, and that allows smug businessmen to escape before Mouthbreather and Gigantor can stop them. So they go back to their safe house, and Mouthbreather is all angry because she reckons Elizabeth Banks has been working against them. Then the place gets blown up, and Elizabeth Banks arrives, but Captain Picard shoots her and escapes with magical science lady. Then Elizabeth Banks magically comes back to life and explains that Picard was the bad guy all along because he's jealous that he didn't get a promotion or something. Fuck. Clearly, the patriarchy has to be smashed for this kind of nonsense, so Mouthbreather, Gigantor, and Elizabeth Banks track down Picard to a party being hosted by the other evil white man. But he isn't quite as evil as the first evil white man, so Picard uses the MacGuffin to try to kill him. But then the angels show up to save the day.
Lord.
Yes.
And there's more girl power fights.
Like,
Very accommodating stuntmen.
oh my
The
god.
guy gets impaled on a hook, and then Mouthbreather delivers the finishing blow to the patriarchy by knocking out an 80-year-old man. What's a hero? And the movie ends with magical science lady getting recruited into the Angels, because why not, right? Those quotas aren't going to fill themselves, you know. So that's the plot for Charlie's Angels. Although, to be honest, it's less of a plot and more like a paper-thin excuse to get Mouthbreather and the gang to a bunch of glamorous locations with a sprinkling of dull, tensionless, uninspired action sequences, all of which has been done far more competently in other, better movies. You know, it's kind of weird that Charlie's Angels was marketed as an action comedy because the movie's deliberately light on action and the script is about as funny as a Lily Singh monologue.
I'm more than just a bisexual woman of color, okay? It's a complete coincidence that I chose a network whose logo is also the pride flag.
It's so
Oh, they show Tyrion throwing up. Fucking great.
Wait, that was a Game of Thrones vomit.
Yes!
That was a...
Game of
That was a lot more comedic sounding than I would have expected from Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
but the scene it was dead serious.
I don't know how I felt about that guy. I mean, I find them sort of reviews kind of weird anyway, because it's like, let me just tell you the whole plot of the film. And like,
Oh, bro, we're only halfway through.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is also completely incompatible with the source material. See, the original Charlie's Angels movies understood how ridiculous their premise was, and instead of fighting against it, they embraced it. They were played for campy laughs, and as long as you switched your brain into low power mode, there was a certain goofy fun to be had with them. But this
Yes.
movie is a whole different beast. Yeah, there's plenty of dumb wisecracking and failed attempts at witty banter. And of course, all the jokes are at the expense of the male characters. Where have I seen this before? But the choice to
Yeah.
play more like a legit spy movie, as if this is the Bourne Identity for women or something.
But
Now let's talk about the characters. The first and most obvious
The
problem
Bourne
here is
Identity is the Bourne
Menu.
Identity for women. Let's be honest. Matt
Yeah,
Damon.
the Bourne Identity was great for everyone. I agree. I love
Yeah.
those movies.
Well, even
Yeah.
if you don't enjoy the spy thriller genre, Matt Damon's got a nice face.
I mean, I'm not going to argue that he's an aesthetic dude. But I also think that just the Bourne Identity movies, the Bourne series with Matt Damon was like his best work, in my opinion.
I
Just
was
pure.
briefly obsessed with Bourne Ultimatum. I think I even did an analysis of it in my media class when I was in high school, because I was just fucking obsessed with it. That scene where they're going through Waterloo and Tray Station. Oh, so good.
Yeah.
You can practically feel the script groaning under the weight of trying to support so many players, and the result is that none of them get the screen time they need to develop into likable or even fully formed personalities. Like everything else in this movie, they're pleasing to look at, but when you get beyond the shiny facade, there's absolutely nothing going on. I said before that there's a kind of lowbrow, guilty fun to be had with the original movies, and a lot of that was down to the screen chemistry between the three stars. Diaz, Barrymore, and Lou were self-aware enough to realise the script was total fluff that wasn't going to demand much from them on the acting front, so they were able to just kick back and have fun with it. You could tell they enjoyed being together, and as a result, they were kind of fun to watch. But what do we have to work with now? Mouthbreather and Gigantor have all the charisma of two sparring dummies, with nothing even approaching on-screen warmth and chemistry. They look exactly like what they are, two complete strangers thrown together and told to act like friends. None of them can fight or do anything particularly physical, which makes the action scenes pretty painful to watch.
Trying to do a gritty remake of Thunderbirds.
What's Thunderbirds?
Oh, it's I've just stumbled on a cultural divide. Apparently, Thunderbirds is. You know what? Let's just find a clip of it in a bit, and you can just see.
Okay, I like where your head's at.
% of the work to make it look even remotely convincing. I really hope they paid the stuntmen a bonus for this one, because they earned it. Elizabeth Banks, meanwhile, is trying so hard to be the cool elder statesman that she does everything short of winking to the camera. She's credited as one of the co-writers on this film, which probably explains her excessive amount of screen time, not to mention the fact she changes outfits in literally every scene she appears in. I actually started to think this was some kind of running joke after a while. The end result is an unnecessarily bloated mixture of has-beens and never-will-bees, none of whom seem to particularly care for each other or the movie they're in. Even worse, none of them have the star power needed to save the film. Remember when Kristen Stewart was a big name? Nah, me neither. She kind of felt...
I mean, you can say that, but I bet she's cleaned up for herself.
Oh, look, like, I'm not gonna, like, yeah, she's wealthy and she's definitely famous, but she's never been like,
Yeah.
she's never been.
No, she's not. No, she's not like a box office draw, and like,
No.
you know, it's not going to be someone who, like, I don't know, fucking, you know, like all the Marvel people. I might not have watched the MCU, but I know who the fuck Chris Hemsworth is.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
into the Twilight movies, and pretty much
Iron
everything
Man.
done since then. Then has been
Ha 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 ha.
commercial failure. Yeah, Patrick Stewart's pretty much a living legend at this point, but let's be honest, he's hardly a major box office draw. And it's all compounded by a weak and predictable story.
Really?
Ah.
Wait, what?
I think I'd probably beg to differ with that. I think most people would see something with Patrick Stewart in and be like, yeah.
Not as much as other major drawers, but I agree. Like, him being part of a project is definitely enough to make me look at it.
And
sure.
and maybe not as much now as 20 years ago.
I would actually say his heyday was probably maybe 12, 15 years ago, back at the height of the X-Men franchise.
Yeah.
Where he was Doctor, he was Professor X. I would say that was like the height of his career, because he was famous for Star Trek, and then he did some other good shit, and then the X-Men movies came out, and people were like, holy shit, comic book movies that are actually kind of good from fucking Fox? What?
And he's acting opposite Sir Ian McKellen.
Right.
And that's automatically just great, theatrical on-screen chemistry.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. And then plus, fucking no one saw Hugh Jackman coming as Wolverine, bro.
Yeah.
No one saw Hugh Jackman. Like, that was, I would say that was the role that made his career.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he was definitely an actor before that, and he's definitely done stuff since, but it's like, Hugh Jackman will go down as Wolverine, period.
He's back, isn't he?
I've been hearing rumors of that. I don't know if it's confirmed.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Ryan Reynolds confirmed it, that he's going to be back as Wolverine for one more time in Deadpool 3.
Oh, that's what the Ryan Reynolds breaks the internet thing was about. Okay, we're going to check that out after this.
Yeah. We have comment.
We have comment.
Yes. Maru409 says, have any of you seen his Why Modern Movies Suck? They're written by children, and he lost me after he took part in Picard TV show.
Maru409. You are awesome.
Welcome in, Maroon. What was the first question, Caitlin? Oh, Critical Drinkers 1 video. I'm not sure, to be quite honest. I'm not sure.
These dull action scenes that feel like they were only grudgingly included, dialogue that tries and fails to be funny, and a very obvious, very abrasive female empowerment message that the script does everything short of club you over the head with. You know, when I think about how this movie was conceived, marketed, and presented, I can't help but wonder, who was it actually made for? It's not like audiences have been clamoring
for Elizabeth Banks
movie.
What was that?
I said it was made for Elizabeth Banks to be like, look, I know I'm standing on the threshold of middle age, but I still matter. I still matter.
Christ, yeah, there was some razor sharp to that bar, wasn't there?
Well, yeah, because truth hurts.
Jesus. I wasn't even aimed at me, and I've been cut by that.
Watch out, folks. This Kate has claws.
fucking shrapnel.
The first two were marginal box office successes at best, and they were so completely forgettable that I actually had to look them up to confirm that there were two of them. The marketing campaign came across as hostile, disrespectful, and dismissive towards men, making it perfectly clear that the strength of the film's female characters was going to come at the expense of its male ones. And it wasn't helped by repeated comments from Banks herself that this was a strongly feminist movie, because that word always gets arses in seats, doesn't it? The problem with movies based on political agendas like this is that they almost always come across as bitter, unfunny, mean-spirited, and generally hostile to their own audience, like they've become the writer's own personal therapy session for a lifetime of pent-up frustration. For example, Take a look at the gender and ethnicity of the various antagonists in this movie and see if they have anything in common. Now consider the demographic makeup of the heroic characters and tell me if you notice a bit of a trend. It's almost like the movie's trying to tell us something. The result of all this not so subtle manipulation is a weird, over-the-top parody of female empowerment, where women are universally smart, virtuous, incorruptible, tough, confident, outspoken, highly skilled at everything, and physically unstoppable. Now, this would be perfectly fine if they were balanced out by some halfway decent male characters. The problem is, the men in this movie are shown as arrogant, corrupt, jealous, selfish, insecure, weak, dumb, and unstable, just begging to be put in their place by their superior female counterparts. Just for a moment, imagine the reaction online if the genders were flipped. Now, we might not have known how badly this movie would bomb when it released, even though I did, but Elizabeth Banks, she actually tried to preempt this shitstorm by claiming that men would be sexist if they didn't go see it, and it would jeopardize the chance of future female-led action movies. Pack the bags, we're going on a guilt trip. Liz, since you apparently don't understand your own industry, the drinker's gonna mansplain this one for you, and this is gonna blow your mind, so buckle up. See, men generally like seeing strong, capable women kicking ass in movies. It's exciting and inspiring, and to be honest, it's also kinda hot. That's why movies like Aliens, Terminator, and the original Star Wars trilogy have such enduring popularity.
Yeah, oh god, gotta tell you, when Sarah Connor fucking attacked that Terminator, I was like, oh, fuck yeah, mommy.
Oh, that was very, very disturbing.
What?
I don't even need to explain why that was disturbing. You know why. I actually thought Lena Headey did a really good job as Sarah Connor in the Sarah Connor Chronicles as well.
I like that show. I actually don't remember Sarah Connor's portrayal very well from that show. Mostly what I remember is John Connor and his interaction with the Terminator and how he was like basically trying to make the Terminator his girlfriend.
I think that show is quite underrated, and I actually think that it's a pretty decent addition to the Terminator lore. A fuck ton better than most of the films that have come out, actually.
I actually would agree with you. I think Terminator 1, 2, and 3, and then the Sarah Connor Chronicles, I think that's pretty much the only additions to that franchise that I actually like. Like, everything else I've seen has not been good.
Nope. I was so mad. Oh god, man. We went, so me and Dan, we went to go see, fucking, which one is it? Salvation. We went to go see Salvation in cinemas. And I was just sitting there and I'm thinking, why is John Connor a low-level grunt in the Rebellion? This is fucking bollocks.
Right, yeah.
Thank you. I saw that and I was like, bro, he's supposed to be the guy who put the Resistance together. Did you even watch the first fucking movies?
Right.
Oh,
such
God,
bollocks.
that was great, bro. I was
too.
literally sitting there like, inside my head.
Me too.
God.
And at that point, you can't take the rest of the film seriously because they've broken the canon so much that you're just like, I don't give a shit about the rest of this now.
Literally,
and the fucking bollocks Terminators that they had as well.
Canon hung on. Literally, the entire canon hung on John Connor being the guy who makes the Resistance and leads it to victory. The entire plot of the entire franchise hinged on that aspect of the plot and world building, and it was the first fucking thing the movie broke. I was like, what the... And I cannot stress this next part enough. Listen closely, this might surprise you. Fuck!
And the bollocks Terminators that they had as well, because they were like, hey, Transformers has been a big thing in the last decade. Let's have Terminators that are Transformers.
No.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, did you even think about whether or not that would make sense in the world? Did you think about that for 2 seconds? One even?
Nah.
No, because we didn't have a budget because we had to pay. In fact, no. I was just about to say we had to pay Arnie, but Arnie wasn't actually in it, was he? He was just a computer-generated image.
Right, yeah.
That's where the budget went.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you blew your budget on not actual Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Right.
Right. Fucking CGI Artie.
How has The Rock not been a Terminator yet? Like, genuine question. How has that not happened?
Right.
Now you've done it, Mason. Now they're gonna reboot the whole fucking franchise right from the first movie. They're gonna say this is a hard reboot. All that other shit is gone, and they're gonna cast The Rock as the Terminator. And I'll watch it. I'm not gonna lie, I'd watch it.
Yeah, you will. Dude, I'm sorry, but The Rock as the Terminator would be fucking amazing.
Oh my god, he would fucking look at someone and he would do the people's eyebrow and he would be like, "Come with me if you want to live."
Yeah. Oh man.
The banter he could have with the main character would just be amazing.
Oh god, dude, I would absolutely love to see him and John Connor go back and forth. But they would have to give an explanation as to why this Terminator like had a personality. I mean, it wouldn't be hard to do that. I'm just saying they would have to.
Oh man, because if it was anything
Connor,
like how he was in the Rundown, that would be fucking hilarious.
Oh, that's the Rundown. I think that's over here. I think that was called Welcome to the Jungle, right? It's the one where he's with Stifler, right? That's the one.
Yes, it's that one. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great film. I love that.
It was. I think that movie, and I'm sorry, Mason, I just want to get this out before I forget. That movie and Walking Tall were like the first 2 movies he did in Hollywood, and I actually liked them both. I think they're both underrated. But sorry, go ahead.
No, I completely agree. That's more or less literally what I was going to say, and it had that was the movie that introduced me to Drowning Pool, because it has that scene where he's fighting all the people, and it's like, let the bodies hit the floor, let the bodies hit the floor.
No, let the bodies hit the floor.
What an outdated scene if you think about it. That scene, that's like, show that to a group of teenagers and just go,
still awesome.
This is 2000s as fuck. But yeah, Rock as the Terminator. John Connor like, dude, can you stop flirting with my mom? Because Sarah Connor's just all like, oh.
Right? Oh my god. Maru says The Rock could make a shit movie enjoyable at least.
That's true.
Oh yeah.
That is very true.
You give me Scorpion King with anybody else, and I'm like,
Right, yeah.
But you give me Scorpion King with The Rock, and I'm like, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Anyone else in Scorpion King would be no, but with The Rock,
right,
that totally works.
Yeah, because The Rock.
Yeah,
Scorpion King.
Yeah, because The Rock kind of made that movie. That's almost like the original Conan the Barbarian. And if it wasn't Arnold, it would have just been shit.
Arnold was made for that movie as an actor because that's like his lack of personality was perfect for the character. It's like, Arnold is a good robot. He would also make a great no nonsense, doesn't talk like a barbarian. Let's do it.
Right, yeah.
I wonder how old Scorpion King is now.
It's like what,
old film, right?
Shit.
Oh no, it can't be that old actually. No, I think it's more like 19 or 18 because I saw it when I was like 9. So that would make it that would make it 20 years old.
Oh man.
It's been okay. We're gonna hit play now.
The one thing men don't like is being disrespected, They don't enjoy seeing weak, pathetic, ineffectual men getting constantly hamstrung, upstaged and humiliated by unreasonably perfect, overpowered parodies of women. That kind of thing feels unbalanced, unfair, and unrealistic, and as a result, it doesn't play well for either gender. Instead of entertaining, it becomes irritating and distracting, and it generates an atmosphere where men feel annoyed and resentful, and women feel uncomfortable and patronized. I don't know how many hundreds of millions of dollars Hollywood is going to flush down the drain on garbage movies like this before they finally wake up to this fact, but wake up they must. Because even the hollow accolades of shill critics and social media activists can't alter that bottom line profit and loss statement. That's the problem with facts, you see. They don't care about your feelings. Ultimately then, Charlie's Angels is basically a discount version of Ghostbusters 2016. Another perfect storm of unnecessary franchise reboot, misplaced Hollywood wokeness, antagonistic and divisive marketing, a substandard script played by untalented actors, and a prickly, agenda-obsessed director desperate to avoid responsibility by heaping blame and scorn on the very audience they worked so hard to alienate. Poetic justice, really. Charlie's Angels may have failed on a smaller scale than Paul Feig's disaster piece, but failed it has. And honestly, is anyone really surprised? Anyway, that's all I have for today. Go away now.
Yeah, not terribly surprised because, it was Elizabeth Banks' vanity project. She was like, oh, yeah.
There was multiple things we were going to check out after that. Thunderbird.
Yes, there was, yeah. There was Thunderbirds, there was the Nicolas Cage playing himself trailer.
Uh-huh.
I can't remember what the other thing was. Also, Scorpion King was released 2002.
Okay, yeah, so I was 2002.
Wow.
So I was 9. Okay, so what's the Nicolas Cage movie?
I don't know what it's called. Just search Nicolas Cage playing himself 2022 or something. I don't know.
Oh, is it that new H.P. Lovecraft? Oh, no.
I don't think so. It's a contemporary thing where he's literally playing Nicolas Cage.
Oh, okay.
The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent 2022.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's an amazing title.
Yes,
You've lost some of your talent. What's the worry here, Nick? You've lost some of your talent as an actor?
No.
He says he loves you, but he went in a different direction.
I'm done. I'm quitting acting. To tell the trades, it was a tremendous honor to be a part of storytelling and myth-making.
Ah, fuck, man, I'm driving through the hills. I'm sorry. One more time.
Oh my god.
Is to attend a wealthy gentleman's birthday party.
I would never do that.
It's the easiest gig ever. You play yourself.
What do we know about this guy anyway? Is he into something strange?
It's not like he's gonna want you to suck his dick or fuck his wife or watch you watch him fuck his wife.
I wouldn't think so.
Welcome to Mallorca, Mr. Cage.
The guy that owns this house, what's his name?
Javi.
Is Javi gonna want me to,
I am Javi.
I'm having.
God, this place is stunning. What is your favorite movie? That's one of those questions that's impossible to answer. You can't just limit it to one.
Imagine me.
yes, I agree.
Is it too much? Is this supposed to be me? It's grotesque. I'll give you 20,000 for it.
Amazing.
That's great.
Grotesque. I'll give you 20,000 for it.
Right.
Is this supposed to be me? It's grotesque.
Oh god,
I give
it's
you
amazing
20,000.
because it's a fucking plaster statue of him with a wig that looks like it's Sheldon's hair, and he's and he has the most dumbass expression on his face.
Yeah.
Just a film of Nick Cage being super self-aware. This is a great idea. Whoever
Yes.
pitched this film is a genius.
Mhm.
Yeah, this is not, I
Yeah.
agree. I'm 100% going to see this.
I can't see me loving nobody but
Cliff. We could have died.
Position.
I think that's the actor Nick Cage.
Nick Cage, I love you. Have you seen Crudes 2?
I'm 44 years old. Why the fuck would I see Crudes 2? I've seen Face Off and Con Air.
We're with Central Intelligence. Do you know who you're spending time with? One of the most ruthless men on the face of this planet. I need you to help the U.S. government.
Let's kill this.
What?
Oh my god!
Not where I expected that to go.
It's a spy film where Nicolas Cage plays himself.
Yes.
Nicolas Cage playing himself, undercover but not undercover, in a spy movie playing himself. That's excellent.
Isn't that brilliant?
Give them all the money.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, yes.
I will see this twice if it's good.
Oh my god.
Like twice on day one.
Like, okay, did this say March 2022 is when the trailer came out? We need to find out if it's out.
We'll see.
When I first saw the trailer for it was when I went to see Matrix 4, so that'd have been what, January, February time?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it might be out.
I still haven't seen that whole movie.
What, Matrix 4? That's because it's shit, that's why.
Oh, well.
I said, what, Matrix 4? That's because it's shit.
I wanted to see it. Stop doing that, Mason. Come on, man.
Man, Maru says, please, Nick, stay real. Yes, for the love of God. Maru also says, holy shit, there's a plot.
No.
Your friend is working for the U.S. government.
Don't lie to me.
Are those my golden guns?
They're my golden guns. I don't want to kill you. You're the last person I want to kill. I love you. I love you. I'm Nick.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh my god.
If he actually held that for that long, that's actually impressive.
Yes.
That was actually somewhat impressive, vocally speaking.
Yeah. That pitch for that long? April 22nd is when it came out.
2 days after 420.
Oh my god. How did we miss this? How did I not hear about this? We're gonna have to see it.
Yep. Yeah, we're gonna have to find it. We're gonna have to see it. Yep.
The idea of Nick Cage making a bigger comeback as Nick Cage is the most Nick Cage thing he could do.
I think he's been in some surprisingly good films. Like The Rock is like a genuinely enjoyable film.
Yeah, The Rock with him and Sean Connery. Dude, that was surprisingly good.
Yeah, it really is. Like the scene at the end where he sets off like the flare and he's trying to like guide them in so they can get him off is it Alcatraz? I think it's Alcatraz,
yes.
isn't it?
Yes, it's Alcatraz. Yeah.
Yeah, when he's trying to guide them in so they can get him off. That's a genuinely like young me was like, oh my god, this is so intense.
Yeah. Yeah. Man. Or it's just, the chemistry between him and Sean Connery during the movie, it
was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
And it actually felt somewhat organic. Like, I believe, okay, this is two people who don't like each other, but are forcing cooperation, but also kind of like each other.
Right, yeah. And I think, in a way, it actually helped with some of the suspension of disbelief, even though it was like a very over-the-top kind of situation. So the fact that it felt so genuine and the way that they played off of each other, it made the whole thing work.
Yep.
And like I say, I love Gone in 60 Seconds as well. His chemistry with Angelina Jolie in that film. Young me. fancying the pants off Angelina Jolie in that role.
Yeah. Yeah. My brother Aaron had a serious, well, he still has a serious crush on Angelina Jolie, but yeah.
What straight man would watch Tomb Raider and not be desperately horny for Angelina Jolie?
Right. Yeah.
Like, she's one of the
I
sexiest.
don't understand how those films didn't. I don't understand how those films didn't make it bigger.
Yeah.
I mean, they were pretty big, I thought. I mean, they made 2 of them.
Yeah, but in today, like, I guess it's a different world, but like today, if they were successful, we'd have a whole fucking slew of them.
Oh,
But
yeah.
it's just, it's just weird because, it's an iconic game series. She's an iconic character. You just think that it would have been, that perfect storm, but I don't really feel like. I mean, maybe I was just too young to know, the hype going on around it.
Part of the problem was that movies based around like comics and video games were still like an untested thing. So even though those movies were objectively good, they didn't get the critical box office success that they might have in today's world because those kinds of properties weren't as popular in a movie format yet. But Lara Croft's Tomb Raider with Angelina Jolie is part of what paved the way for stuff we have now.
Yeah, and then the newer Tomb Raider, I don't think did too well either, did it?
I actually think because did they make 2 of them with that girl?
I thought they only made 1.
Oh well, if they did,
Oh no! I'm thinking of.
I don't remember liking it. I think I went to see it in the cinema, but I don't remember liking it.
Yeah, it wasn't as good as Lara Croft. And part of it too, in my opinion, is because Lara Croft just was Angelina Jolie just was Lara Croft for me.
Yeah.
So it was a really hard sell to see someone else in that role. And then she did not command it the same way at all.
Yeah. Yeah. Maru says, I only saw Matrix 4 because Keanu sent most of the money he earned on it to cancer research or some other important medical research.
That's a worthy reason to see it.
Yeah, and they had like they lent really.
Mason?
You cut out, Mason.
Can you repeat that because you were breaking up quite a bit on my end?
Yeah, you broke up. Like you just cut off. You said a word, and then it was like you just disconnected.
Hello.
Okay.
Hello?
We just said. Maru said, I only saw Matrix 4 because Keanu sent most of the money he earned on it to cancer research or some other important medical research.
Mason?
Mason!
Oh, God.
Oh no! We lost him.
We did. We lost it, did the Mason.
We lost it at the Mason. Okay. Oh no.
Please.
Come back, Mason.
Holy shit, there's a plot.
Yeah, holy shit, there's a plot. Yeah. It's like, there's a plot.
There's a plot here? That's awesome. I wasn't expecting that.
Right? Dude, oh my god, that actually made me want to watch that movie because it looked like it was actually pretty well put together.
Okay.
Mason!
Check the Facebook, see if he's saying anything on Messenger.
Meanwhile, we're gonna. Okay.
Meanwhile, let's check out this thing from Charlie, Moist Critical.
I've said for a long time that parents of child superstars are often very weird.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Downright evil. And today I'm going to show you a combination of both. But Professor Utonium accidentally added an extra to the concoction, chemical cringe. and created the worst ad in TikTok and YouTube history. Monty Lopez.
You're live.
Yeah, no idea what happened there. The connection just suddenly went shit.
Went cattywampus.
I made a whole video about this guy a month ago. He's the dad of Addison Rae, one of the biggest TikTok stars in the world. And he has used his daughter like a goddamn piggy bank that he taps into for clout. This guy lives vicariously through his daughter's success, and he has thrown away his entire family in order to ride on the fart fumes of her fame. So has been going to like TikToker parties, even without Addison Rae being there, just going solo and hitting on some of the TikTok stars there, as well as even handing out roses to some of them. He'll FaceTime 19-year-olds at like 3 a.m. sometimes, and it's just become a very well-known thing that Monty Lopez is a fucking creep. And he's doubled down on this. He cheated on his wife. He had a mistress who was less than half his age. He's 46 years old, but I think he has the brain of a 16-year-old boy. It is pathetic, and it just keeps getting worse. So yesterday, well, 2 days ago, he posted a diss track.
Super charming.
Oh my god, dude.
Oh no.
We're watching that after this. We're watching this diss track.
Young Gravy is a very large artist now who's been really popping off recently, and even hooking up with Addison Rae's mom. Lopez's
I haven't heard of this person.
Ex-wife. So that made Micro
Yeah,
Penis
Young Gravy.
Right.
Very
Like, oh wow, you're super popular. Just now, here, got you.
Hey yo, I'm the new next super badass hip hop star, Mash Tater.
Yo, and I'm the main star of this group. They call me Salty Corn.
Yes, Salty Corn, Mashed Tater, Young Gravy. The next B12.
And Kate can be the sweet potato pie.
Oh my god.
And don't forget about our German member, Brussels Sprout.
It's like, so what is the album called? Thanksgiving Dinner?
Named Sprout. Mason, you're a funny man. You're a funny man, Mason. You gotta laugh.
What happened there? Because you were both talking over each other, and my brain went.
Caitlin, go say your thing.
No, I was laughing and I said, "So what is the album called? Thanksgiving Dinner?" I mean,
it's called Turkey, but it's spelled Turqueeie. That was the stupidest fucking thing.
Like turkey.
with like $6 signs afterwards, just for good measure.
Yo, I'm Salty Corn, and we gonna teach you how to quee in our new Thanksgiving album.
No.
Turqueef.
Turf queef.
That's worse.
Turf queef. You want to hear J.K. Rowling queefing used as the backtrack for a rap song?
Oh my god.
Oh, we're adults. In theory, we are adults.
Yes. In theory. Mm-hmm.
J.K. Rowling queefing.
What?
And like with a trap beat over it.
Yeah. Yes, bro.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's funny.
That kind of flies around. He's like a goofy side character in a filler episode of Naruto that no one remembers, but then when he does appear, people kind of laugh at. But anyway, Monty Lopez made this diss track on Young Gravy, and I just wanted to show you a little bit of it and talk about it because this is really something special.
Oh, it's another episode of Reactception.
I bet you've never seen Windows Movie Maker intros that beautiful. This guy unironically just started his music video with the Star Wars opening text crawl. That's wild.
Way to date yourself there, buddy.
They just read Disney Star Wars movies, to be honest. Like, they're pretty close in quality. I love this, though, because it immediately sets the tone for the rest of the video. It's setting you up for an absolute fucking masterpiece. A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, somehow Monty Lopez returned with a banger, a fire diss track.
Oh my God.
A long time ago in a far, far away, there was a group made up of the hottest young rappers. Mashed tater, salty corn, young gravy.
And sweet potato pie.
And sweet tater pie. Together, they made V12. Vegetable 12.
I'm a villain in a villa. I show you bitches that do
I'm
shit.
a villain in a villa. Immediately fantastic. I'm a villain in a villa. I'm a villain in a villa eating vanilla ice cream.
Oh my God. That's like...
I'm a villain in a villa. All my folders, they're manila.
Oh my God.
My cock's so big it looks like Godzilla.
People say that I put the baddies on ice. You know that I'm a real chiller.
Oh, man.
My dad looks like Ted Bundy. He's a killer.
Then I went to the zoo, saw a gorilla.
They had Michael Jackson behind bars. That's a thriller.
Oh, man.
Mason, that was actually a bar, bro. That was actually a bar. He said we put Michael Jackson behind bars. That's a thriller. That's so good. Oh, God.
This is for you, bro. Fuck you and fuck them hoes. I'm a villain.
This just screams midlife crisis and insecurity.
Yes.
I also think it's a giant self-report on loneliness here. I always find it to just be a huge tell that you get no pussy when, for your diss track, you hire women to be around you and pretend like they're somewhat having fun near you. For a normal music video, I get it. But for a diss track directed at someone, it just shows you're trying way too hard to be something that you're not. Like, this just isn't the flex you think it is here, Monty. This just makes me feel like you have been absolutely destroyed since the divorce with your wife, which you caused, by the way. And now you're just really trying every way of presenting yourself as not being lonely, which I do get the impression you are, especially since most...
He's a villain in a villa.
Right. Like, he's making big moves. Did you see all those girls' asses next to his face, bro? Like he's kicking it, bro. Like, he's the happiest dude who ever lived, homie.
He's making big moves, surrounded by bitches with big boobs.
Bars. Bars.
Don't talk to you anymore. But anyway, I want to give a little special shout out to all of the dancers in this video here. It can't be easy to do this. To make it through the filming of this without puking has to be an incredibly difficult task, because they have to listen to this song on repeat 100 times. That's enough to drive even the most sane individual to complete lunacy.
Right.
And they had to be around Monty Lopez for however many hours it took to film this pile of shit. And that just sounds downright dangerous.
In the studio with your girl, she a fan. You just stuck at home with your dick in your hands.
Just a heads up that you heard during the
Oh, this is my favorite thing ever. I'm in the studio with your girl. She's a fan. You're at home with your dick in your hand.
Oh my god.
Diss tracks, gotta love them.
You've only got 5 things to do today. That's a simple plan.
It wasn't in the song. It happened when I was recording it, and I just did not feel like subjecting myself to this fucking torture twice, so I didn't re-record it. But anyway,
wait, hang on.
In your hands.
Just a heads up, that Windows notification you heard during the song was my computer. It wasn't in the song. It happened when I was recording it, and I just did not feel like subjecting myself to this fucking torture twice, so I didn't re-record it.
I love how he takes a fuck up in production and makes that part of the content. I love that.
That's a better diss than anything this guy's gonna say in the track.
Yes. Like, it didn't matter enough to me to fix that, so yeah.
I didn't. No, it's more like Caitlin. I couldn't stand to listen to your voice another syllable, so I left this editing fuck up in here.
With your girl, she's a fan, while you're stuck at home with your dick in your hand. Monty, what is she a fan of? You don't do anything. Legitimately, the only thing you've ever done is give birth to a TikTok superstar, and her fame you had no role in whatsoever. Monty, you don't do anything. There's nothing to be a fan of, unless he just happens to be into 46-year-old washed-up losers. The delusion here is just crazy. I feel like this song was ghost-written for him. I don't think Monty even has the ability to have produced lines even this amateurish. And I feel like the ghostwriter didn't know who it was for, because this line just doesn't work. There is no such thing as a Monty Lopez fan. You genuinely, and I'm not even just trying to be mean, you don't do anything. All of your TikToks are you just like standing there. Like, you don't even dance half the time. You actually do nothing. You exist.
Damn, he said you ain't shit and everybody knows.
He says you have no function whatsoever. You're a waste of oxygen. And your track was written by someone on Fiverr.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I would 100% be willing to bet he got these lyrics on Fiverr.
Most likely, for sure.
On a swivel, I make your girl's ass go jiggle jiggle.
I want a whole album from this guy.
The dude on Fiverr?
You have to have this. I'm sorry, 1 second.
Mason's laugh is better than this whole song.
It has to have the guy doing the delivery though, because he's so the lines are bad, but the fucking delivery makes it so much worse but better.
Half the time, you actually do nothing. You exist.
Step into the ring and put your head on a swivel. I make your girl's ass go jiggle jiggle.
Jiggle jiggle.
Jiggle jiggle. I've been lifted straight out of the 90s. I listened to a Will Smith track once, and now I think that I can rap.
Oh my god!
To be fair, imagine that imagine that same line
Right?
delivered by Will Smith.
Oh, dude.
I actually think it would. I unironically think that would be funny if it was delivered by Will Smith.
Well, here's the thing. Will Smith could perform this exact same song, and it would actually be kind of good.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
He has talent as a performer.
Yeah, I like jiggle jiggle jiggle. I done made your girl's ass go jiggle jiggle.
He's repeating it.
Basically, the rest of the song, he just keeps saying "jiggle, jiggle." over and over again. So maybe this truly was.
Jiggle,
Jiggle, jiggle, jiggle, jiggle, jiggle, jiggle, jiggle, jiggle. Dude, what are you describing? Your dick after you pee? Like, come on, man.
Maru
It's like that
says,
one.
Jiggle, jiggle, good God.
It's like that one song with, I can't remember. Is it? I'm not sure whether it's Jennifer Lopez. It's there's that one rap song where he's like z z z z z z z z z z z z.
What?
Yes.
Oh, I will try to find it. So it's LL Cool J and Jennifer Lopez, I think. And it was my little brother's favorite song when he was like 4 years old, and he used to listen to it so much, and he would tantrum when we wouldn't let him listen to it, to the point where he once threw a fit in the car because Mum wouldn't let him listen to the CD, so she threw it out of the window.
Oh my God.
Nice.
Oh, man. It's like what? We were listening to the song of someone having a stroke.
Yeah, like I say, I think it's LL Cool J and Jennifer Lopez, and just towards the end of the song, he just starts going zzz 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 zzz.
Oh my
God! By Monty Lopez, and his brain finally stopped functioning there towards the end, and just started like record skipping on Jiggle. So he just kept writing it down, and then just that's where it ended for the next fucking 45 seconds. It's basically just him saying "jiggle, jiggle" over and over and over again as the models he paid just shake their ass near him, and he spanks them. And I bet that wasn't even in their contract. That was probably Monty Lopez method acting, just improvising. There was probably like a no touching clause, which he violated and needed to pay them like quadruple to make up for after the filming. But yeah, I just wanted to share this because it's yet another really sad endeavor from Monty. I feel so fucking bad for his family having to see shit like this from their dad, or Sherry having to see this from her ex-husband. Like, goddamn, that is gotta be miserable.
Yep.
But yeah, anyway, just that's about it. So, yeah.
I'm so glad that I had my midlife crisis early.
Yeah.
Young diss track. Oh, God. Wait, hang on. Is the whole thing not on YouTube, or did he already take it down?
Don't know.
I guess it's not on YouTube. If it was ever on YouTube, weird.
Yeah, that is weird.
Alrighty. So Mason, you were talking about this fucking thing, Thunderbird, the movie?
Thunderbirds. It was a TV show, yeah.
Okay. Oh, so it wasn't the 2004 movie?
No, that was a movie that got made later on, which featured one of my childhood favorite bands, Busted.
Oh my God, there's a full episode.
Is there really?
Oh my God, I think you can watch the whole fucking series. You can watch the whole thing on YouTube.
Whoa!
What did you just send us, Mason?
I sent you that song. I went to quickly see if I could find it, and I did.
Okay. We'll check this out, and then we'll check. Well, hang on. Okay. Also, I'm going to check out. This says Thunderbirds TV intro, so I'll just check this out.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thunderbirds are go.
Oh my God.
Fuck.
Oh
And now you see why I couldn't adequately explain to you what this was.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's stop motion animation.
Nice puppets. I think.
It's stop motion with puppets.
Yes.
It's like how they do Thomas the Tank Engine, but it's like a spy thriller with pilots.
Yeah, I think so.
Space Monitor.
What the fuck?
Aquanaut. Oh wow.
Oh my god, the engineer's name is just Brains.
That's excellent.
Filmed in video color.
Filmed in video color. Oh my god.
Oh.
And super marination.
Super marination?
Marionation. Yeah.
Oh, super marination. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Because it's super marination. It was super marinated. In
It was
what?
a
We're
juicy-
not gonna tell you.
The super.
Nothing
Yes,
good.
We cared. He said, gotta love how much wonderful bullshit old shows are. Yes.
Yes.
LL Cool J, Control Myself. You know, I think I've heard this.
Yeah.
Honestly, I just, I genuinely just want the bit where he does the zuzza.
El señor LL Cool J. Y aquí estoy. Ya tú sabes.
This makes me feel weirdly nostalgic just because it makes me think of when Aiden was born 2004 and this was out 2006, so he'd have only been like 2.
Yeah.
But obviously it would have been a little bit after that when he would have been into it. So yeah, it'd have been like maybe 3 or 4. So he's so young. He turned 18 this year as well.
Wild. Absolutely. It's crazy that you have a brother who's a decade younger than you.
I know. Very in.
What the fuck? Like, wait, what? This, like.
They had to do that in the studio. They had to stand in a recording booth with a producer watching them, and they had to go, zuh, 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 zuh.
I thought you were fucking with me. I really did. I was like, no way. No, he's got to be like doing it badly, or like they're actually saying a word and Mason is just mishearing it. It's like an Americanism, and they're just weirdly pronouncing it. Like, no, they're actually.
And not only, okay, did they have to stand there in a booth with a producer watching them, okay? They had to put this down.
Yes,
And discuss
yeah, the
this
lyric
with
sheet.
someone who was like, yeah, that's a great idea.
I have to control
I can
myself.
picture it now on the track. Z z z z z z z z z z z z. Yeah, that slaps.
Like, you have, like, this makes me wonder, are there secretly people who are actually intelligent? Like,
In Hollywood and the music industry, just trolling the fuck out of these people.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And you're like, oh, yeah, that's great. That's amazing. But then, they go home after being, mistreated by these people and just laugh their asses off.
Oh,
because-
babe, you'll never guess what I got J-Lo and LL Cool J to do today.
Yeah.
Yeah, they recorded it. It's in the song, like it's gonna go on the track.
Right.
Yeah, when they go on tour, they're gonna have to perform this song
in front of hundreds of thousands of people.
in front of literally tens of people. To be fair though, imagine the Rock am Ring, fucking packed out with people all going zuh, 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 zuh.
I have not heard this whole thing. Maybe ever. I'm not sure. Is there anything earlier in the song that sets that up? No, it's just completely out of nowhere, random.
Bullshit out of nowhere.
It's completely random, yeah.
Oh my fuck, dude.
Wow.
It's also a very inappropriate song for a 3-year-old to be listening to.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
It'd be like that sometimes.
Oh, and it got thrown out of the window because my mum had just had enough.
Yeah.
I'm not listening to this song again. I'm sick of you tantruming. It's going out of the fucking window.
Yes. Oh
I think I heard that. Have you heard this from Tom McDonald? Blame the rappers.
Nope.
All right, let's check this out.
Yeah, I'm a rapper, but I'm losing my respect for the genre. How many songs about Xanax and alcohol are we dropping? How many kids we gonna kill for we admit it's a problem? Probably stop if it was one of our sons or one of our daughters. We know our demographic is primarily youth. We glorify breaking the law to children in school. Kids copy what we see and imitate what we do. They'll go to jail for doing the things you told them was cool. We put women in our videos exploiting their bodies, while little girls around the world grab their phone and they watch it. They need a realistic role model, not just a Barbie. They see strippers and escorts, but no lawyers or doctors. Hey, hip-hop, what the hell happened? It was power to the people and we like that stuff. These days you're promoting that it's fun to be an addict, so I'm asking, how could y'all write that, bruh? You can blame the rappers when you blow up, but your favorite song are about doing drugs. So what happens after these kids grow up, and who's to blame for who they've become? They made it look so cool, the street was gone.
God, I love this.
Yeah.
Get too drunk. You can blame the rappers when you show up and love the song that make you dumb. You can blame the
Making music is a privilege and a choice.
Initial impressions, people.
This is This is good.
Well, I think he's making some pretty good points, to be fair.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's not to make it too political, but I am going to say it just really quick. This is something conservatives have been saying for like 2 decades.
Yes.
So to hear Tom McDonald, who's like well known in the rap industry and has respect and clout as a rapper, to hear him saying this, that really makes me feel good, and it really makes me feel like maybe we're finally going to start actually acknowledging that the culture has an impact on people in a more meaningful way than a lot of people want to pretend.
Yeah.
And it just fucking hits home because, like, my best friend died of an OD, and his entire life he was like he had this romanticized vision of being a rap star and a gangster and shit. And there's no doubt about it. It led to his ultimate demise. It was part of what led to his ultimate demise. So this this hit home for me.
At the same time, obviously, I'm genuinely not trying to downplay that, because that's fucking tragic on every level. But it just goes back to that argument, though, doesn't it, about the responsibility of media. It's like all the people like, oh, GTA makes people go out and murder people. And, you know, I don't, for the most part, I don't think that's the case. You know, it's gonna affect, obviously, something as violent as GTA is going to affect certain people negatively, but there's, you know, I mean, especially coming from you two who are, well, I say you two, it's not like I'm not an advocate for free speech too, but and you know, you guys are very outspoken about anti like censorship and stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
we also can't just tell rappers, yeah, hey, you need to start rapping about this stuff either.
Well, I mean, I think the other thing too is, though, it's not so much about the content of the songs, but the lifestyle that they promote
Yeah, and the culture
outside
around
of
it.
their music.
Right.
You know, it's like, it would be one thing if it was just a part of, oh, well, this is just a, this is just a track. These
It's
are
a
just
gimmick.
lyrics. Right. But the fact that they turned it into an entire culture of, yes, we are the music, and this is how we live, and this is how we do things, and this is your fast track to being successful and getting out of the slump that you're in is wrong.
And not only that, but to make an accessory point to that, I also think there's a huge difference between real life celebrities and them promoting art where they talk about their lives or the culture that they want to live in or that they do live in,
Mm-hmm.
and playing a video game. Because when you're playing a video game, even the dumbest kid knows that that's a virtual reality. There's a level of innate psychological detachment there,
Mm-hmm.
where the kid knows, okay, this is fake. Like, I'm playing a character in a game. When you see all the rappers that are pushed forward by the mainstream music industry talking about the same thing all the time, you get the idea that that's real. You get the idea that, oh, this is actually how people live, and it's okay for me to live this way because they do it and they're awesome.
Yeah.
So there's a big difference there.
Yeah, Maru says, love Tom. He has no hesitation to speak up. And GTA, who hasn't paid for a stripper then beat them to death with a baseball bat for your money back?
I think I've told you before that I got banned from playing Vice City, right?
I don't think you did.
Yeah, as a kid, I got banned from playing Vice City because my mum came into the room to find me just beating someone with a baseball bat because I was fascinated by the blood animation and I wanted to see whether there was a limit to how far it spread.
Yeah.
And she was like, okay, you ain't playing Vice City anymore. And they told me they got rid of the game. And then about a few months later,
you told me that your mom's boyfriend was playing it when you walked down. Yeah, for fucking, what was it, Water at Night or something?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. Something like that.
That's fucking great.
And if you ever get to be successful, you must understand the people that you influence. I swear by what you say, and that the melodies you sing make wings, build dreams, and fill voids. We got medication straight through voice. Some give life, and some destroy. And even though this money seems nice, it can't come, so we must take that as a hit. That there's other things in life we should enjoy. We move mountains, we cross states, we play roles in presidential debates. So don't you try and tell me making music is for fun, and you don't care about the things that our music helped make. Man, I know I'm not perfect, but I'll change. I'm the outcome of this world and my pain, and this music is pills, and I promise this dose that you take won't make you say, you can blame the rappers when you blow up, but your favorite song are about doing drugs. So what happens after these kids grow up? And who's to blame for who they've become? They made it look so cool, the street always gone, and hate the cop, and to get too drunk. You can't blame the rappers when you show up and love the song that make you dumb. You can't blame the rappers.
Yeah, I'm a rapper, but I swear that I'm embarrassed. Half of these artists can't even talk, they just mumble the lyrics. And the teenagers, they rebel from the parents. While the rappers tell them pop a pill, buy Gucci and wear it. They say screw the police, break the rules, smoke weed, buy some shoes you don't need, rep the hood in your street. All these rappers holding guns and now the kids want some. Mess around and kill a homie, you can't clean that blood. We encourage being stupid with our music, and we're normalizing poor moral standards while we do it. Little boys see the way that women look on our videos and assume it's real life, project that image on little girls. It's unreal.
Facts.
I mean, it is. He's also not saying anything that hasn't been said before. I mean, Shady said all of this in what's that song, man? Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
Shady actually talked about this quite a bit in his early career across various songs. But you're right.
So what's the one where he's the stepfather hit him, so I sucked him back and broke his nose. This house is a broken home. There's no control. It's just that his emotions go.
Oh God, I know that song.
Dream On, is it?
Oh fuck! It is Dream On. Dream On. Yeah.
And he literally talks about that in that song, where he talks about how they talk about like the culture of like having a gun and being hard, and they're just like talking about it as rappers, but of course it's gonna have a fucking impact on the youth.
Yep. Well, hey, that just goes to show that all the conscientious rappers are white. No, I'm just fucking joking.
Fucking hell. And it was at that moment that Mason and the dog severed his connection with Adventurous publication.
God.
Jesus Christ.
You know what's funny? I'm not gonna lie to you. You know what's funny about that is that just came to my head and I said it, and I never thought for a second about how controversial it was until Mason reacted to it.
Oh my God. I had an image of Mason being like that crane from Hoodwinked in that scene when they were like awkward, and then they pan out and all the police animals are standing there, and he's just like
Yeah, I was like cartoons when I was like Scooby-Doo when you run away, and it's like the animation's like their legs spinning wildly, and it's like
You did that too good. You did that sound effect too good.
Maru says, and it was at that moment my boss walked in.
And he was a notoriously black rapper.
Oh my God.
A notoriously
conscientious black rapper.
He was notoriously black.
He was notoriously black.
Notoriously conscientious black rapper is what I meant to say.
Nah, he was notoriously. Oh my God, Caitlin!
Was he a notorious rapper? Was he notoriously black? What?
No, motherfucker, shut up! It's a rapper named Notorious Black, and it's a little Asian dude.
Notorious BLK.
Thank God, I'm writing this down.
Caitlin's that character concept is too good.
Yep, I'm gonna put him in the collection. He's gonna end up somewhere.
Oh, that's hilarious! I can't wait to read that character that I just created.
Oh my God!
Written by the woman I love.
Oh no, my connection seems to be suffering.
Oh no.
Realistic, if you're young and you listen, you are one in a million. You are loved, you are different. Hey, hip-hop. I know life moves on, but while I'm here, how could you write that, dog? You can blame the rappers when you blow up, but your favorite song are about doing drugs. So what happens after these kids grow up? And who's to blame for who they've become? They made it look so cool to shoot those guns and hate the cops and to get too drunk. You can blame the rappers when you show up and love the song that make you dumb. You can blame the rappers. Dollar bills and popping pills like party songs. It's not cool in real life. Cheap thrills and going till the morning comes. See what that feels like.
It feels rough the next day, let me tell you.
You can blame the rappers when you blow up, but your favorite song are about doing drugs. So what happens after these kids grow up? And who's to blame for who they've become? They made it look so cool to shoot those guns and hate the cops and to get
too drunk. You can blame the rappers when you show up and love the song that make you dumb. You can blame the rappers.
Oh, we lost Mason.
We lost Mason again?
We lost Mason.
But
Mason!
I'm back.
I was like, we lost you.
I know. I don't know why my connection keeps doing that, but oh well, it works once I reconnect. So
yeah.
All right. I want to check out this song that I was sent by someone on the Twitch stream last night. This
Oh
is
my goodness. Have you
I
not
sent you
heard
another one
this
as well,
song?
by the way.
okay.
Have you not
This
heard this
is
song?
They Might Be Giants, Istanbul, in parentheses, not Constantinople.
Oh my god. Not Constantinople. Yes, I know this song. It's pretty famous.
And now, musically, for something totally different.
Right?
I know, right? Couldn't have a more different vibe.
Yeah.
Istanbul was Constantinople now. Istanbul and
Oh, yeah.
Constantinople. I'm going Constantinople now. Church delight on a moonlit night. Every gal in Constantinople lives in Istanbul and Constantinople. So if you've a date in Constantinople, she'll be waiting in Istanbul. Even old New York.
New York. Amsterdam.
I think change it, I can't say. I did
Better that way.
Caitlin, are you singing along in the background? Is that what that is?
Yes.
Yes.
Because I know this fucking song.
Yeah, me
Okay.
too.
Oh, God, why am I the odd one? Okay, well.
To Constantinople, no, you can't go back to Constantinople. Been a long time gone. Constantinople, why did Constantinople get the works? That's nobody's business.
Jerks.
Istanbul. Istanbul.
You don't get this sort of music anymore.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
I'm not entirely sure how I feel about that, but it's an undeniable fact that you don't get this sort of music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
An old New York was once New Amsterdam. Why they changed, I can't say. You just like
it better that way. Know it from Raising Hope. Missed that show.
Oh, is that where I know it from? I fucking love Raising Hope. That's such a good show.
Yes, it's Constantinople.
Raising Hope contains one of my favorite jokes ever.
Oh, yeah? Yep. And people are like, Constantinople. That's not how you pronounce it.
Constantinople. No, you can't go back to Constantinople. Been a long time gone. Constantinople.
I mean, it's a catchy tune, but I'm just like...
It is.
By the third time around, I'm like, okay, guys, I get it.
Right, yeah. But it's just... Man. It's one of those. It gets stuck in your head.
Yeah. I feel
It's
like just with a lot of musicians... With a lot of musicians, it gets to the point where, like, you know, by the third time round that they're doing the same thing, you're like, yeah, okay,
Constantinople.
you've ended this now.
What?
Constantinople.
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 I swore that however the fuck I said it before. I swore that was like the native pronunciation or something.
You go on believing that, it's fine. But yeah, Raising Hope. What?
I don't appreciate that.
Yeah, Raising Hope contains one of my favorite jokes ever, Kate. It's the episode where they have like the variety show, and there's the one bit where they ask Bert a question, and he's like, "I can't do maths in my head," and they hand him a bit of paper, and he goes, "I can't do maths on paper."
Nice.
Oh man. Oh yeah, you were gonna do Tim Hawkins' parody of Time of Your Life.
Yeah, I was. Do we have to do it right this second?
No.
No.
Okay.
You can do what you like because
It's
you're
just-
Zack Paper.
All right, this is another one from Charlie that I've been meaning to check out. Waffle House fights are nuts, and this matters to me at a fundamental level as an American.
You wouldn't pull that stunt at Waffle House. Oh my God, so true. Oh, you just reminded me. I saw a video. Was it last week or the week before? Fuck. Shit popped off at a Waffle House as it does every day. But they fought by throwing every single pot and pan they had behind the counter at each other.
People at Waffle House begin crazy.
That sounds expensive and destructive.
That shit was crazy.
Yes.
I've never seen so many like objects flying through the air.
Dude.
For breakfast wasn't what Christopher Campbell wanted when he placed his order at Waffle House.
Oh,
what a
my
good.
God.
Okay, hats off to the local news here. Beef for breakfast, huh? I like that. What an immediate hook into the story. Good shit.
Campbell says that's the sound of a juice bottle knocking his cap off, barely missing his face.
Barely missing his face.
I'm a Waffle House victim.
Although
I'm a Waffle House victim.
Campbell believes
Yeah, is Waffle House known for anything besides fights?
No.
I
They're
can't
not
even.
even. They're not even known for waffles. They're just known for the fights.
Known for the fights.
I've never even heard of Waffle House until now.
Oh,
man.
bro. Waffle
Yeah.
House is a famous fucking chain here in America. It's famous because it has like fucking 12 menu
Waffles.
items in total. And yeah, and what's crazy is they have like 12 menu items in total, and only like 4 of them are waffles. And they're open like 24/7, I think. And so they're famous for being known as the place where the shit goes down, and the shit goes down in Waffle House. Whoa.
Yeah. Well, a lot of the ones around here, they're only open like at night. The ones here. So most of the time you end up with truckers or people who have gotten high and got the munchies, or people who are really drunk. Yeah.
Yeah, that's literally, I think that's like their business model. Like, we cater to truckers, hookers, drug addicts, and drugs. Like, that's their business model.
And homeless people.
And homies. And homies.
24-hour fast food places are always the best. When at that brief window of time when I went to university, there was one time where I went out. I think it might have been during Freshers Week, actually. Went out and spent quite a lot of time out and got very drunk. And I think I ended up getting split up from the people that I was with, and obviously didn't really know anyone. And I ended up like just tagging along with this random guy, and it was like, I don't know, 4 o'clock in the morning or something. And he was like, "Dude, I'm going to McDonald's and I'm going to go and get a McMuffin." And I was like, "Yeah, dude, that sounds amazing. I'm going to come with you." And we just went and sat and just ate McMuffins for like 2 hours.
That low-key sounds like it's a fucking amazing time, bro. That's a fucking great story. I legitimately love stories like that.
Oh my God.
Second only to the time during the same period of time where I had. Have you ever heard of a Breville maker?
Yes. Yeah, it's like a panini press.
Yeah,
Kind of thing.
Yeah.
It makes
yeah,
it's like a sandwich griddle thing.
Yeah, makes like grilled cheese.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I like got talking to a load of people while we were out, and then I mentioned to someone that I'd got a Breville maker, and he was like, over here." So we would call them toasties, right, rather than grilled cheese. And he was like, "Dude, you have a toasty maker at your flat?" I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Oh my god, can I come back and have toasties?" And I was like, "Yeah, okay." And so like I think he had weed on him, and then he went and got like 5 or 6 of his mates, and we all just like tramped back to my my student housing. All of us just pissed out of our minds, high, and then just stood at
Oh
like
my
2,
God.
3 o'clock in the morning in the kitchen making toasties.
That is lit, bro. I legitimately fuck with stories like that because I have so many. Well, not so many. I have a handful of memories like that with Wes. Like that's exactly the kind of shit me and him used to get up to, and just those are some of my best memories.
Oh man.
God.
Maru says, "Don't mess with someone when they're getting their fucking waffles."
Right. Exactly.
Yep.
Don't you fuck with me and my waffles.
That's right. He said, "At normal fast food at midnight, don't make eye contact so they don't judge you. At Waffle House, don't make eye contact to avoid shit throwing down."
Well, Maroon, I have the advantage there because making eye contact is literally impossible.
Yeah. Yeah. Or, unless you're a chick and you're covered in like weird stuff and they're not really sure what it is, and you make them all believe that you're a crime scene cleanup.
What?
Yeah.
Caitlin has a story. Caitlin, go ahead and tell your story.
Well, yeah, because back when I was working at the pet store, we were having to do overnights where we were having to scrub the floors because my boss, didn't want to source out and actually get a professional cleaning crew to come in and scrub like all the really nasty stuff out from under all the bottom shelves in the shop. So me and 2 other people had to scrub all the floors, and it was so bad. So grill brushes and floor stripper, and that's what we spent like hours doing. And most of the time when we would take a break, there was a Waffle House like right down the street from the Petco, and we would go there, and most of the time the people in there were drunk off their ass, and we ended up convincing several of them that we were crime scene cleanup.
Nice.
Yeah.
I mean, at least that way they're like, nah, I'm not gonna fuck with this chick because she can kill me and then clean that up.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, that's smart. I like that. That's forward thinking.
That's my Kate.
Anyone ever goes to Waffle House.
Oh, did you have something, Mason?
Yeah, I was just gonna say that's like me. How my phone with the accessibility features, it has like if you double tap on the power button, it turns dark screen on.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously there's no display because I don't need it. And I just always get a kick out of imagining somebody mugging me and then just not they mug me, they take away this phone, it speaks to them, it has no display on it. They just can't open it, they can't work it because you have to double tap on the screen to select whatever you want to select. So they can't select anything, they can't open it, it's got no display, it talks to them, and they're like, for fuck's sake.
Yeah. Oh man. But oh man. I will say though, what my favorite thing about that was discovering how much I love talking to people who are crossfaded, because they're just like everything is amazing to them.
Most people are rendered stupid, and I can tell you that from experience.
Me
It's
too.
so great.
There is no high like crossfaded high.
You could just tell them something like, so we had to walk into the back room, and they're like, whoa.
The back room, bro.
No way, the back room?
No
Nobody goes in there, man.
Mason, you do that too good, bro.
I just don't know I never know what to say. That's why. And it's just like, bro, what the fuck do I say when I'm doing this accent? It's just so confusing. Listen, bro. I'm a villain in a villa. I mean, it's ice cream and it's vanilla. It's like the best thing ever, bro.
I got my folders. They're all manila. You know I put them 6 feet deep because I'm such a killer.
Look at my pet. Look at my pet. He's a chinchilla.
Or look over at mine, silverback gorilla.
Stupidest fucking thing ever. I love it.
I look out my window. That's Rilla.
I got I got a brother-in-law with big ears. I call him Ben Stiller.
Oh my god!
Sometimes he comes by. Sometimes he comes by to help me with my garden. He does the tiller.
He's also an architect, which means he can build pillars.
When you build pillars, you gotta seal them up with the sealer.
Oh
no! I think we should end that now. I think that train was getting dangerously close to the end of the track.
I think it went off. Fair.
Yeah.
Bro, should we bail? I think we should bail.
Bro, I swear, we need to bail. I believe you.
And then maybe like a waffle. Where the fuck is that video though? They had like 1,000 things flying through the air. I'm talking pots, pans, salt shakers. How can I find that video? It wasn't that long ago.
Small children.
There is a
children.
here.
Oh man, Maru says not without a jiggle jiggle.
Jiggle jiggle. Jiggle jiggle.
Oh God.
Man.
This isn't the one I was thinking of, but there is a lot of glass being thrown here.
Oh yeah, I've seen this one.
Oh.
I feel bad for the rest of the customers. There's gonna be no salt.
Ooh.
What a waste of good condiments. That was not the one.
Yeah.
That was bad. She was throwing every dish in that place at that guy. I don't know if I was that guy. I don't know why he didn't just walk the fuck out. If he was another employee, I would just walk the fuck out.
His waffles were really good.
Well, from the headline, he was a customer.
That's what I'm saying. His waffle was just really, really good. He's like, listen, this woman's throwing all this stuff at me, and it's like, it's painful and dangerous and stressful, but this waffle is so good, and I didn't get a to-go box.
He wasn't ready. Waffle House worker throws a bunch of objects at a customer for trying to get hood on her. And then it's the whole thing.
What a waste of good condiments.
Wait,
that was not what I was thinking.
What was that last bit? Okay, yes, okay. I assume it means he was trying to get hood on her rather than get a hood on her. Because if he was trying to get a hood on her, then that was a fairly, fairly proportional reaction.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Yo, bitch, put this hood on. We going places.
Oh my God.
Seems to be a pretty common occurrence just to throw all the items in the kitchen. The kitchen served multiple purpose, projectile weapons, and to make very mediocre food sometimes.
Our kids are right here.
Well, you better arm them with a pan before it's too late. Oh wait, this actually might be it.
If you saw that kind of shit going down in the kitchen, why?
Oh, this is this is the one. This is the one. This is the one.
Yeah.
Like it actually just
Holy shit!
It sounds like Looney Tunes stock sound effects.
It does.
Like it's just like
It does.
perfect
It does. Yeah.
perfect, like dinks and dongs when pots get hit and thrown. It's so good.
Yeah, it's like epidemic sound.
Oh, that wasn't even a spirited toss.
Crockery break
Oh
fire.
God! Watch out! No, come back. You haven't finished your waffle.
You haven't finished your
And break a
waffle.
plate over.
What's that one person? Oh boy!
God.
You to stop being such a talented impersonator.
Waffle House is a plate. The number one item they should have is like boxing gloves for you. Really throw it down efficiently.
Yeah.
They seat you by weight class. Here's our featherweight table. You can
Welterweights over here.
I wonder if I'd be.
Excuse me, sir. You are in the welterweight section. This is the heavyweight section. Please move 2 seats to the left.
I would move 2 seats to the left, but your fat ass is taking that one up too.
But if you cross over here, you're getting 5 plates thrown at you. Yeah, I've been to Waffle House probably only maybe 8 times in my life. I haven't seen any crazy shit. I've heard arguments, but I have never seen actual crazy shit, and I think it's the time. Because the only times I've ever been to Waffle House, even when I was younger, it was late as fuck. Because they're always open somehow. I'm pretty sure they stay open during hurricanes, if I remember correctly. They have a corporate philosophy that if a hurricane or a storm, they try and get their stores open.
Oh my God, bro, I have a fast food kickoff story.
Wait, what, Mason?
I have a fast food shit hitting the fan story. I've just remembered this. This has just kicked in that memory.
Oh, go for it! I want to hear this.
Yeah, you're gonna fucking love this. So I was, oh God, this had got to be about 10 years ago because I was old enough to be going around on my own. My mum wasn't as protective and stuff. Not sure I had my guide dog yet though, so it doesn't matter. So I was in a McDonald's with a friend, 2 friends of mine. One was called Glenn, and he's like this tall ginger guy with a big bushy hair. And the other guy was called Mark, and he was a Polish bodybuilder. He had pecs like boulders. They were fucking insane. There was no way that dude, either that dude was just physically, capable of doing that, or he was juicing. There's no in between. He was just,
yeah.
I'd never seen anything
your
like
genetics
that.
or on the sauce. I got you.
Yeah. So we're just sitting there and we're just shooting the shit, and then up at the till. So we're over by the door, and by the till, this dude starts kicking off at one of the workers. I think he threw a milkshake at her or something, and they told her to leave. So he's swaggering back over to the door with his mate, and he stops in front of our table, and he just zones in on me, and he's like, "What are you looking at, bruv? What are you looking at?" And I'm like, I'm not looking at anything. I'm blind." And he was like, "Whatever, bruv. You were looking at me, mate. You were giving me the eye and that, innit? Yeah." And so he's getting all aggro with me, and Mark just stands up, and this dude thinks, in his we're idiotic state, thinks, "Yeah, I can take this guy, whatever." So not realizing not only is Mark a bodybuilder, he's also I think he took Krav Maga. So he's this fucking jacked dude who can also defend himself. So this guy, they were up. Somehow they were arguing. They ended up on this flight of stairs. I think because Mark was pushing him back away from me. So they end up on the first you know how there's like steps, square, turn, steps, like that sort
Yeah.
of deal.
Yeah.
So they're on like the first square, and this dude throws this punch at Mark, and Mark just sidesteps, grabs the guy's arm, takes him down, puts him in an armbar, and I'll never forget it. I'll never forget it. Oh, so good. So he's down on the floor in the armbar. His mate goes, "Get him, bruv!" And the guy goes, "I can't. He's got my arm, bruv." And Mark legit held him there until the police got there.
Oh my god.
I can't. He's got my arm, bro.
Oh
He couldn't
man.
write
That's
it.
something out of a fucking Disney movie, bro.
Get him, bruv. I can't. He's got my arm, bruv.
Oh, Harry Potter and the Rats from the Hood.
Oh my god.
That is the one and only time I've ever been in a police station, because we had to go and give a statement about it. And I remember. Sorry, just hydrating myself. I remember being in there and giving the statement, and because at this point I was already a fan of like crime shows and stuff, so I was like, "Oh, this is pretty cool." And the woman, she sort of misses like something that's coming over the radio. I think they were giving like a license plate or something, and she missed it. And I was like, "Oh, it was Whiskey Hotel Lima," like rattled off the license plate to her, and she was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, thank you." And it was the coolest moment of my life.
Nice. Oh, nice.
That's fucking cool, bro.
Yeah.
He's got my arm, bro.
He's got. Oh god, I love that line I just came up with. Harry Potter and the Rats. Oh god, that was good.
Oh, that's amazing.
The reason I said that too was I could just picture like Harry Potter walking into that situation, like teenage Harry Potter walking up to that situation, and he's like, "Fucking muggles."
Right? Man.
Oh god.
Harry Potter and the happy slapping hoodies.
That has a sexual connotation to it that I don't like.
Matter if you don't have gas. Yeah, that sounds like Waffle House. Yeah, if Waffle House is closed, something has gone awry. Something has gone wrong. Come hell or high water, Waffle House will be open somehow. Cooking waffles on pure hope. Yeah, they just rub the waffles between their hands really quick and hope to like get enough friction to heat them somewhat.
Oh my god, that dude, Mason, did you know you could cook a chicken by slapping it?
Hey,
Mason?
excuse me? Sorry guys, I'm really sorry, but I think I might have just had a stroke. Because what I thought you said was you can cook a chicken by slapping it, but I can't possibly have heard that. So there's something wrong with my brain.
No.
If any one of my other friends did that bit, if anyone else I knew did that bit, I'd be like, oh, fucking come off it. But like Mason just does it so well.
Thank you.
God. Every time you do a bit like that, I fall for it, bro. It's just like, because there's just something about the way you do it that I actually believe you.
What, about that I had a stroke?
The believability of the whole thing, bro. You just like draw me in, and I'm like hooked on every line. God.
I promise that if I ever have a stroke, I'll tell you seriously. I won't leave a dramatic pause before telling you.
Oh my
It's like,
god.
guys, and then he just fucking collapses.
Oh my god.
You just hear, because it's just me just falling out of my chair.
Right.
It amazes me how this is legal. I think Waffle Houses are just like a government-sanctioned fight club. Like, I don't even think it's formally recognized as a restaurant chain.
Right.
It's more like the Octagon, but in a more official capacity. Like, instead of the Thunderdome, we have Waffle House. Waffle House is almost set up for a fight. It's like ingenious design, honestly. That's super like a full-blown brawl. Because the kitchen is right in front of you, but it's also sectioned off. So you come in immediately looking at the kitchen, so you have all of your weapons right in front of you that you can immediately start scoping out. Things get a little hectic. And then you have nice hallway right in the entrance, and then 2 side wings for like a brief respite. So you can go to like one of your corners, get some water, maybe get a waffle rounds, and then go back to the middle and throw down again. They're the PvP enabled zone. Yeah, pretty much. Look up Waffle House Index. What's that? Is that a video or like a philosophy?
I'm here at Madison Square Gardens, where they're opening their new Waffle House.
This young man can't wait to throw his first punch inside over a cup of coffee and one of their extremely mediocre waffles. Young man, how are you feeling today? Oh, I'm real excited. Ever since the hood heard that this place was opening, we knew this was where it was going to go down. You know what I mean? Half the fucking gang's already taking bets on who the first guy is to get capped in there. Like, I got $20 fucking with 4-1 odds on little Timmy from 8th block. You know what I mean? So we real excited.
Oh my god.
That was Rob from Madison Square Gardens. Thank you, Rob.
God.
Index that is used for when there's a storm. Green means there's power. Yellow means they have to use a generator. And red means the restaurant. And red means the restaurant is completely destroyed. The restaurant is completely destroyed.
I love how that actually got him.
The only time a Waffle House won't be opened is if it is completely fucking crumbled to the ground and covered in debris and ash. It's just fucking buried.
That's amazing.
I have to see that.
Yeah.
It's used to determine the effect of a storm and likely scale of assistance required for disaster recovery. Coined by former Administrator Craig Fugate on the Federal Emergency Management Agency, metric is unofficially used by FEMA to inform disaster response. The index is based on Waffle House reputation for having good disaster preparedness and staying open during extreme weather or reopening quickly afterwards. If you get there and the Waffle House is closed, that's really bad. So this is
Yeah.
Oh my god, if you get there and Waffle House is closed, that's really bad. And that's the head of the Federal Emergency Management Agency.
Yeah. That makes sense. That makes sense, though.
If you get to Waffle House and it's closed, you better go home and get in your fucking bunker. And if you don't have a bunker, you better put your mattress over your bathtub.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, man.
The index has 3 levels based on the...
I'm getting hurricanes confused with nuclear weapons.
This is at the restaurants following a storm.
I mean, well, the hurricane, the bathtub mattress thing would work. A nuke, you'd just be kidding yourself.
Right.
Green, full menu.
Well, any scrap of hope.
Did the stream go fully down or just pause? Because I had myself a little Waffle House code yellow here. The internet blipped. Who signs up to work there? What, at Waffle House? Man, I think that'd be an incredible place to work. Like, the food's super easy to make, and you just get to watch people fight. As long as they're not picking the fight with you, I'd just be like the most agreeable employee there ever. Like, if a guy doesn't want to pay the full price of the menu item, I'd just say, you know what, sir, that's fine. I'll cover the difference. As long as he's not picking the fight with me, I think that'd be a really fun place to work. Just let them like fight outside of our zone, and we just watch.
No, that won't work.
You know? So I'd probably just...
That won't work?
No.
From working sales jobs, I know that being polite is actually the number one way to make people irate. When I was doing telesales and I was doing cold calls and people were getting so mad, and I'd just sit there and be like, I'm very sorry, sir. I have a list of phone numbers that I have to go through, and I had no idea that you were ex-directory. This is, this is inconvenient for you, and I do apologize. Don't you ever call this number again! I won't, sir. I promise I will never call again. I hate you! Just the more polite you are, the more red in the face the person gets, and you can just tell.
Oh, God.
Quit. After the first fight involving broken plates and shit, I'd probably just quit on the spot and then just go work at a different Waffle House. Just bounce around. Scroll up to the first image. It's an example of Code Red. Where? This? Oh, this was a Waffle House?
Oh my God. I love it. The seats are just there in an open fucking there's tile walls and the seats that were at the counter.
That's actually kind of poetic.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
This is a Code Red. The house is just gone.
I feel like that's the sort of thing that I'd see, and I'd end up writing one of my Mason style poems about it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, I could totally just like what was it? I'm standing there at the parapet and I seen something that I will never forget. What song? Days Gone By. It was Days Gone By. Yes, just like that one.
Yeah.
Oh, that is indeed a Code Red. Damn. Fuck. I'm surprised they didn't try opening with just these 4 seats. I didn't realize what this was. I thought this was like a Waffle House under construction.
Oh my God. Yeah, because there's
The only reason why there were more plates thrown at Denny's during their brawl than at Waffle House is because Waffle House doesn't have that many items. I'm pretty sure once a plate gets thrown at a customer, it never gets replaced. It's not like when you cut down a tree, you plant 2 more in its place. When you break a plate as the Waffle House employee during a fight, you don't get a new one. They don't replace it. So eventually they just bleed out there. No more plates.
Yep.
Eventually
And that's when the store closes.
Right. Oh man.
Okay. This is Caitlin has turned me on to the hilarity of Tim Hawkins lately. So this is Tim Hawkins' parody of Time of Your Life.
I did the choreography myself. Hey honey, have you gained some weight in your rear end? The dress you wear reminds me of my old girlfriend. And where'd you get those shoes? I think they're pretty lame. Would you stop talking, cause I'm trying to watch the game? If you're a man who wants to live a long and happy life, these are the things you don't say to your wife.
Sweet. And he just and with that punchline, he gives himself the license to say whatever he wants because he knows that he can deliver the punchline and all will be forgiven.
I planned a hunting trip next week on your birthday. I didn't ask you, but I knew it'd be okay. Go make some dinner while I watch this fishing show. I taped it over our old wedding video.
Oh my
God. Solo. Okay.
Oh my God, he's cracked the Green Day code.
Right.
My mother makes the diamond in the ring I bought you is a fake. Your eyes look puffy, dear. Are you feeling ill? Happy anniversary, I bought you a treadmill. Happy love that too. You're a man who doesn't want to get killed with a knife.
That delivery on them last few words is very South Park.
Yes.
You know the thing you know that you I miss the days when I loved South Park.
I mean, I still like South Park, honestly. I've never seen a South Park episode, including the newer ones, that I didn't like.
It kind of fell off for me after series 20.
Yeah, that's understandable.
As soon as they moved to like the serialized format where they were telling like one long story through the season, it just didn't work for me at all.
Yeah.
Mason, did I show you this? Did I show you this thing? The most cursed magic items on the market.
No.
Oh, this is gonna be great. Okay, so we just opened on like an old school, like, you know, do you guys have those shows that are on in like the middle of the night where it's like a dude with a bunch of items on a table and you call a number to order one of the items?
Yeah, like a shopping channel.
Yes, exactly. So we got a shopping channel display up right now, and it says Horno's Magic Item Hole.
Again, that's the South Park thing as well, isn't it? There's the episode with the shopping channels where Stan's calling up and he's like, "You should kill yourself."
I remember that one, yeah, because he was tricking old people into wasting their money. Yeah.
So if you're just now joining us, we still have a variety of wonderful magic items for purchase. Take, for example, this witch's butthole. Holds up to 6 minutes. When activated, it releases a pleasant aroma. Go ahead and give that a smell for me.
I'm very disturbed as how they got hold of that. I feel like however they got hold of that, it wasn't ethical. I mean, I know I'm being a bit of a stickler for the rules here. Call me anal, but I feel like there was some ethics.
You know, I'm not saying that anything untoward happened. All I'm saying is that was probably acquired through one of their backdoor deals, if you know what I mean.
Oh, yes. Well done. We're on fire tonight, Zach. We're the Hardy Boys of comedy tonight.
We're top tier, that's for sure, man. God, why don't we have our own syndicated show yet? God.
The gem
that
hole
would require effort.
Yes.
$6.99, $6.70.
I love how, Caitlin, I missed this the first time we watched this. I love that there's a little wart with some hair coming out.
Yes, I was literally just about to point that out. I was just about to point that out.
And then over here, the item description, we have witch's butthole. Comes in gray, mauve, mostly waxed.
Mostly waxed.
Yeah. Oh, nah, I've just gone right off my dinner.
It's the hole right now. Next, we have a wand of screaming. If you... So this is...
Wand of screaming.
He picks the wand up and just... Wand of screaming, hand-carved shriek wood, goblin, grooch, core.
I don't...
Satin finish.
Amazing.
Oh my god.
Wouldn't it be great if the different woods came with different pitches? You know, you get
Yes.
like an oak and it's like a full-bodied, and you get like a sapling maple and it's like,
Oh my god. A goblin.
And then you get a cherry tree and it's just like, you know, because it's the fruit tree.
my neck hurts from shaking my head at you.
You love it.
Oh my god, that makes me think of this Russian lady, Alex. Used to be a customer at Salvation Army when I worked there, and oh my god, when she would talk about my manager, she would say, "That woman gives me great neck pains."
I love that.
and I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna correct you.
It goes for around 180 or a gem, any gem, just bring a gem. Now, the deals do not end here, folks. For 230, this candle of Vorpal Storms lets you cast Knife Rain at will as long as it's lit. However, when it goes out, you will forget your mom. Luckily, I don't have a mom.
I love the concerned look in his eyes when he realizes.
I have a
Oh,
feeling
wait.
it might disconnect me in a minute.
Oh no!
Why is that? Oh my God, Caitlin, did it disconnect him? Or is it
I don't know. Mason!
There just seems to be my connection seems to be going shitty again.
Oh,
damn it!
Damn it! Oh no!
Why don't you help out with the phones? They're going absolutely crazy over there. Boots! These magic boots turn you into a fish.
Boots of fish kind, unisex, slip on, can't get wet.
However, you do have to keep wearing them while you're a fish, otherwise you will turn back into a human, and when you do, you will have no clothes. So, that's good.
This is a wizard.
He goes for around 1220. A lot of people might be wondering, is this slavery? No, he's a wizard.
Retail value.
So do not attempt to remove the gag from his mouth. He will attempt to cast a fire spell or teleport to escape. It's better you offer him freedom. In exchange, he'll craft you trinkets and scrolls. Trinkets and scrolls and potions and stuff. This is a little R2-D2. Just an R2-D2. I had it at home. I brought it. So it's free if you want it.
It's free if you want it.
Folks, you're going to love this. This hat lets you see ghosts.
A little piece of Twizzler that had fuzz on it.
Yes, that was a little piece of Twizzler that had fuzz on it.
For not even when you take the hat off, this will make you stop seeing ghosts, but only if you're wearing the hat. Both are wonderful.
It's just a fucking dunce cap with bitch written on it. Oh God, that's fucking good.
One of my favorites. It's a limited edition version of the Obama Nomicon. It's actually a misprint. It still has several spells that were removed by the original authors. We're talking spells for Vivify.
Is he back?
Yeah.
I'm back.
Okay. Did you miss a good chunk of that? Should we go back?
Yeah, if you want, yeah.
Okay, I want you to hear these, bro. I really do. I love this kid, bro.
You'll turn back into a human, and when you do, it goes out, you will forget your mom. Luckily, I don't have a mom.
Look at his face, man.
These magic boots turn you into a fish. However, you do have to keep wearing them while you're a fish. Otherwise, you will turn back into a human. And when you do, you will have no clothes. So,
oh no.
This is a wizard.
Just like, so that's good.
1220.
You don't want to be a naked post fish.
Right?
You might be wondering, is this slavery? No, he's a wizard. He can't die. He doesn't feel any pain. So do not attempt to remove the gag from his mouth. He will attempt to cast a fire spell or teleport to escape. It's better you offer him freedom. In exchange, he'll craft you trinkets and scrolls. Trinkets and scrolls and potions and stuff. This is a little R2-D2.
That's very unfortunate for that wizard. Like, what a flawed magic system that is. He can only do verbal spells.
Yeah.
Well, but he can craft potions and scrolls and shit without being ungagged, so not necessarily.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't. Yeah, I didn't click that the potions and the scrolls would be magical.
Well, what else would they be?
Well, yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. I didn't clock it at first. Okay.
Okay. Jeez, you don't gotta get all defensive about it.
Yes, I do. Shut up.
You're so mean to me. God,
I know. I spent 2 hours being mean to you the other day. It was so much fun.
Had it at home. I brought it, so it's free if you want it, folks. You're gonna
This random piece of Twizzler fuzz on it. I didn't notice that before.
I love how it says, folks, you're going to love this. And he fucking indicates the little piece of Twizzler with the hair on it. And then he goes to something completely different. Hat of spectral permanence.
Now, you'll never not see ghosts even when you take the hat off. This hat will make you stop seeing ghosts, but only if you're wearing the hat.
And it says bitch on it, Mason. It's a cone hat. It says bitch on it.
It's a dunce cap.
Yeah. Both are 180 equal value. Now, this right here is one of my favorites. It's a limited edition version of the Obama-nomicon. It's actually a misprint. It still has several spells that were removed by the original authors. We're talking spells like Previvify, Murturtilation, Slurt. It's got Slurt. Wanda's Heavy Hacky Sack, Chair Puddle, Chimney Ass. This is going for $2.
God damn it, Mason, you're not reacting. I feel stupid because you're not laughing.
I don't know if he can hear us.
Oh, god damn it, is he gone again?
I mean, it still has the
I'm not going to
icon
lie,
there.
my connection went dog shit.
Oh, no. Hello? Hello?
Can you hear me?
God damn it. Yes, we can. We can hear you.
Yeah.
Okay, I can hear you now. My connection
Okay.
went dog shit for a second there. That's why I didn't react.
I wonder if it has something to do with the fucking hurricane.
Possibly. I literally have only had problems with you. Like, we had the problems last Saturday, and then I did my live stream Monday, went fine. Went fine with Sam yesterday, and then went okay with us for the first hour or so, but
Yeah, it happens.
340. You have to be crazy, folks, to miss a deal this good. Take a look at these potions over here. These are special, folks. We have a strawberry kiwi, a wonderful Pacific cooler, and my favorite flavor.
strawberry kiwi is always good.
Now, these potions will make you Pacific cooler, and my favorite flavor, grape nut grape. Now, these potions will make you blind. However, you do gain
What if you're already blind?
Good question.
power of one of Nolnar's sons. Any of his sons, really, you gain their strength, you gain their stamina, you gain their business acumen. Now, these potions are going for
Oh,
50.
awesome. Well, that would mean that I already have the blindness part, so I would only get the benefits. Sign me the fuck up.
Right?
Yep. A whole lot. Just call now. This is the Bloodsworn Chalice of Ukshar Savath, Breaker of Nations, Melter of Kings. May the Nightborn quiver at the utterance of his name. May the
Sign
songs
up to Splatter now and get one free with your first shipment.
carry across the razor winds of the breach. His name, may the songs of his deeds carry across the razor winds of the breach. This one makes anything inside it sort of taste like banana milk. This one's not for sale. Now,
But now that's the one I want.
Right?
Hammer 49 Tharxian Steel gives you a full frog's eye view of the Thunder Swamps. Now, what does this mean exactly? I'm not entirely sure. This
It's just bullshit sales pattern.
He's like, and I love the twang in his accent. Right there at the end, he's like, I'm not entirely sure.
Is that twang? I would call that more of a salesman's lilt than a twang.
Yeah.
Stump. I was told to keep it protected, keep it safe, keep it far from the hands of Nug Nug. I do not know who Nug Nug is.
Who's Nug Nug?
Yours for the low price of $350, unless of course your name.
Your Nug Nug. Yes.
Moving on.
Your name is Nug Nug.
I love how they end, how they began. This is a wizard's butthole.
And what's funny is it also has a wart for the hair.
Well, that's what gives them the magic, though, Kate.
Ah.
Can we listen to that song that I sent you, by the way, after?
Oh yeah, sure. Let's check that out next. Okay.
What a magic system that would be, by the way, where you get magic, but only from having warts.
That would suck.
Gosh.
Yeah. I'm sure not warts, but I'm sure there's been some sort of story where you get like something like, I don't know, a scar every time you use magic.
Mm-hmm.
If that hasn't been a thing, then it totally should, because like you get these people who've been using like magic for years and they're all like scarred and disfigured.
Mm-hmm.
No, there's absolutely stories where the more you use magic, the more it affects you physically. That's where the whole trope of the witch with the fork nose and the like big crow nose and all the warts and being all fucked is
the forked nose.
Shut up. Okay, shut up. Shut the fuck up. Shut up.
No. Fine. I was about to pay you a compliment, but get fucked.
Oh, okay. What were you going to say?
No.
Oh, come on. Just say it to Kate so I know what it was.
Kate, will you tell Zack that I was going to... No, I'm just kidding. No, I was just going to say that would actually be quite a cool like mental image, basically.
Yeah.
That'd be like quite a iconic thing for a witch to have that would make it memorable.
Yeah, to have a forked nose. Like your nose was bisected.
Now, would she have one nostril on each of the forks, or would she have 4 nostrils?
Ooh, now that's an interesting posit.
The sound of Zack thinking.
It sounds more like the Benny Hill theme underpinned by heavy metal.
Mason, have you not heard our heavy metal version of that we have?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, because we had that created specifically because of that. Yeah. Oh man.
Right now, there is a kid finishing parents' evening in a heated discussion with his mother, saying, why does he have to study subjects he will never ever use in his life? And she will look at him blank-eyed, stifle a sigh, think for a second, and then lie. She'll say something along the lines of, to get a good job, you need a good degree. And these subjects will help you get a good degree. We never had this opportunity when I was younger. And he will reply, but you were young a long time ago, weren't you, Mum? And she won't respond, although what he implies makes perfect sense, that society's needs would have changed since she was 16. But she will ignore him, grip his hand more sternly, then drag him to the car. But what she doesn't know is that she didn't ignore him just to shut him up. She didn't lie because they were just returning from parents' evening and an argument in the hallway would look bad on her resume. She won't lie because she's just spent the last 1 hour convincing a stern-faced teacher that she will ensure that her child studies more at home. No, she will lie simply because she does not know any better herself, Although her whole adult life she has never used or applied Pythagoras' theorem, prophetic fallacy, and still does not know the value of X, she will rely on society to tell her that her child, who has one of the sharpest minds in the school, is hyperactive, unfocused, easily distracted, and wayward. Students, how many equations, subjects, and dates did you memorize just before an exam, never to use again? How many A grades did you get, which were never asked for when you applied for a job? How many times have you remembered something 5 minutes just after the teacher said stop writing, only to receive your results 1 month later to realize that you were only 1 mark short of the top grade? Does that mean remembering 5 minutes earlier would have made you more qualified for a particular job? Well, on the application form, it would have. We all have different abilities, thought processes, experiences, and genes. So why is a class full of individuals tested by the same means? So does that mean Sherelle thinks she's dumb because she couldn't do a couple of sums? And if this issue is not addressed properly, it then becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. Then every school has the audacity to have a policy on equality. The irony. Exams are society's methods of telling you what you're worth, but you can't let society tell you what you are, because it's the same society that tells you that abortion is wrong but then looks down on teenage parents, the same society that sells products to promote natural hair, looks, and smooth complexion, with the model on the box half photoshopped and has fake lashes and hair extensions, with pastors that preach charity but own private jets, imams that preach against greed but are all fat, parents that say they want educated kids but constantly marvel at how rich Richard Branson is, governments that preach peace but endorse wars, that say they believe so much in the importance of higher education and further learning, then why increase tuition fees every single year? I believe Miss Jefferson when she took me into the office and said that my exams would be imperative to my success, because we was taught to always follow when Miss Jefferson led. But then I took Jefferson out of the equation and learned to think for myself. I realized we was taught to always follow when Miss led. The irony. Test us with tests, but the finals are never final because they never prepare.
I am just so drawn into this because it's something that I identify with at such a profound level.
I knew it would be.
Like, yeah, I'm just going to finish it and then we'll go on our nice little rant that we're going to have about this.
Prepare us for the which is survival, and what I suggest is fairly outlandish, so I do not expect everyone to understand this, except for the kids who knows what it feels like to be worth no more than that D or that A that you get on results day, and the ones whose best stories were never good enough for the English teacher because apparently you missed out key literal techniques, did not follow the class plan, and the language was too informal for him to understand. But then he'd reference Hamlet and Macbeth, and you'd fight the urge to express your contempt by partially clenching your fist with only your medius finger left protruding in the middle of your hand, and then asked if he was aware that Shakespeare was known as the innovator of slang, or the kid at the back of the class who thinks, why am I studying something that doesn't fuel my drive? But then when confronted with a maths problem, his eyes come alive. So this one is for my generation, the ones who found what they were looking for on Google, the ones who followed their dreams on Twitter, pictured their future on Instagram, accepted destiny on Facebook. This one's for my failures and my dropouts, for my unemployed graduates, my shop assistants, cleaners and cashiers with bigger dreams, my self-employed entrepreneurs, my world changers and my dream chasers, because the purpose of why I hate school but love education was not to initiate a worldwide debate, but to let them know that whether 72 or 88, 44 or 68, we will not let exam results decide our fate. Peace.
That song genuinely gives me goosebumps. Like I was sitting there listening to it, and I've listened to it quite a few times at this point, and it still could feel like the goosebumps just going like vroom, vroom from like one arm to the other.
Yeah, it's like where to begin on that, man. You know, I've talked about this before. How I couldn't read until I was like 9. Couldn't really read until I was like 12. And I had college level reading sophomore year of high school. And now I've written multiple good books. And it's just like that. My story is just one that's not even nearly as drastic as like so many other people's, where it's like,
yeah,
society just fails people who are not neurotypical.
Mm-hmm.
If you have even an inkling of neurodivergence, society is immeasurably harder on you than someone who learns in a classical manner. And when you're someone like me, whose brain is just wired to hyper specialize in one thing,
yeah,
there is no place for me in education. There is no route in American education that caters to this kid literally sucks at everything, but he's amazing at creative shit, especially language. Like that educational route doesn't exist for me. And so I had to desperately try to be good at the things my dad was good at, like stuff with my hands. And I had to find other interests that I had some innate talent for that I could make a living at, like personal training. And even doing that other shit, I'm still not fulfilled or happy or properly utilized to my maximum potential. It's just stuff I can stomach doing.
Yeah. And that's another reason why I feel like homeschooling was so beneficial, especially for me and even my younger brothers, because like my brother Steven, I talk about a lot. Well, even my brother Joel somewhat, they're not like neurotypical for the most part. And especially Steven, like he's super creative and he's dyslexic. But he learns different than everyone. And so him being in a homeschooling setting actually helped him because we were able to, deal with him more on an individual level and actually let him learn the way that he needed to, as opposed to trying to, fit him in some kind of a box, which is, another reason why we're so well, I would say concerned with Peyton, because her teachers right now are saying things like she's problematic or whatever, because she gets bored with what they're teaching her, because having dealt with her around here, she's leaps and bounds ahead of most kids her age.
Mm-hmm.
And so she gets bored easily. So, that kind of makes me think of when my grandfather would talk about, he said, when I hear that a child is problematic, I hear genius.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I would 100% agree with that.
It just makes no sense to test us all by the same means. None of us are the same. None of us are heading for the same destination. It makes no sense to test someone who is going to go on and be, it makes no sense to test someone who's going to go on and be like a blue collar worker by the same means as someone who's going to go on and be a fucking music producer or something. It just makes no sense. And even someone like me who, I'm fairly, I think I'm probably fairly neurotypical. I don't know. But my point is, I'm fairly smart in certain ways. And when it comes to maths, I'm terrible, right? Just cannot. Like, to this day, Lee has to explain things to me, and maths just makes no sense to me. But in school, it's not like I did that well in English either. I did fairly average, because when it comes to exams and just the way that they work, I was not good at doing that. Not good at memorizing things, not good at recalling them, not good under pressure with a time limit. Consistently, when I did coursework-based projects, like at GCSE when I did my BTEC media, and in sixth form when I did BTEC business, I did consistently well in those, because you can go away, do the coursework, do well at it, turn it in, and that proves how good you are at it. And in both of those subjects, the media and the business, I came away with distinctions, which is, like A.
Yeah.
And I think in the business studies when I was in sixth form, I came away from that with this distinction stars, which was like A star sort of grade. And it was that course. So in sixth form, I did BTech business, philosophy, and English language. And English language, even though I really, really enjoyed it, it got my brain going. It turned that bulb on above my head. Just it just completely. I loved it, but I did terrible when it came round to exam time because I was just not good at doing that. Whereas in the BTech business, couldn't have cared less about that course. I could not have cared less. I literally did it because I needed another subject to go to the college. And I walked away with amazing grades, and it got me. So, like, with the way university works over here, you've got like UCAS points, and the amount of points that you have dictates like what courses you can get onto. So, X university will offer a journalism course, and you need 300 points to get onto this course or whatever. And I could have gone to some really good universities because I came away with 360 UCAS points, which is actually fairly high. And that was literally because the BTech the business course that I did, because it was a BTech, and it's a coursework based course, it was like worth more. So it just, to me, it just makes no sense to test us all by the same means, and it never has.
Yeah.
And you know what's interesting about that, what you just said, is there's an expression, tell me if you've heard this where you are, Mason. Test taking is a skill, they say. Have you heard that?
No, I've never heard it, but it makes complete sense.
Yeah, it's a fairly common phrase among American teachers, and it's actually a skill I innately have. Like the things that I found stimulating and challenging as a child were language games and conversation and understanding language and video games too, which is rapid problem solving and adapting to situations. And so all of that primes your brain for being good at taking tests. But so I was good at test taking, but my thing was, like you said, there's subjects I just couldn't be fucked off to care about. Like math, I had to take math all 4 years because we have this thing. We had it. It's debunked now. I think I was actually the last class year to take it. But we have this thing called the WASL, and that's the Washington State Standardized Learning Exam. And it makes sure that you're up to snuff on all your subjects. I came out of the WASL above college reading as a sophomore in high school. I failed the math. Because of that, I have to take math all 4 years of high school. Even though, and then I retook the WASL. I didn't want to do that, so I studied, and then I took the makeup test for the WASL in summer, and I missed it by 4 fucking points. And because I missed it by 4 points, I still had to take math all 4 fucking years of high school, even though I was clearly a genius at language.
Yeah.
What the fuck sense does that make? It's like, damn, this kid is a sophomore in high school, and he reads and comprehends above college level.
Yeah. Yeah. It was kind of the same.
He's clearly not going to go on and try to do something where he's going to be a mathematician.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah.
It just makes no sense that we're still operating under an education system that's like, what, 100, 200 years old? And society had moved on even by the time we were kids. Never mind now.
Yep.
With the way society is now and the world that we live in, it just makes no sense to test people under those, that standardized way of doing it.
Right. I don't know what would be best over there, but here in the US, I think the way it should roughly be is everyone gets the same education up to like 10 years old. And then they analyze your grades, your behavior throughout school so far. You take another aptitude test to see what you're good at this point. And then you and your parents are consulted and they say, this is what you're good at. This is the educational path that we would recommend based on the skills you have. And develop that person's best skills and prep them for a job where they are going to be most utilized. That's what makes society really, really efficient. And it would be good for the people because they would be doing work that was intuitive to them. And when work is intuitive to you, you're not struggling to do something that you don't have innate talent for. Usually you're, if not happy, at least content.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, though. The older generation, they just don't get how the world works now. I was talking to Lee about this the other day, is that like it's weird that we have when it comes to YouTube, right? We have two generational gaps, right? So you have like, say, our grandparents' generation, and they just don't get YouTube. They don't get how it works. They don't get why people can be successful on it. That it just doesn't make sense to them. And then you have our parents' generation, enough to know that you can make it successful on YouTube, but they think it's easy.
Right.
So that's why you get that generation where you say, "Oh yeah, I'm doing YouTube," and they're like, "Oh yeah, when are you going to monetize?" And you're like, "Well, I need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time in the last year. So probably not anytime soon." And they just don't get it. They think, oh, well, they're doing YouTube, and I know that there's people on there that are making millions, so obviously they're going to like make money out of this.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh. And it's just weird that there's this like two generational divides.
Yeah. Yep. It really is, because technology is moving so fast right now is what it is. Technology is evolving so fast, and obviously society is going to evolve right along with technology because human society is naturally very adaptive. And we've never had a period in human history where technology was moving so fast that was actually outpacing the generations that created it. And that is a terrifying paradigm that we are moving into, because that's not going to stop.
No.
That's not going to slow down. We are getting ever more efficient at creating new technology and creating new scientific discovery. It's only going to speed up. And that is interesting but terrifying.
Yeah.
Well, you look at our generation, and then you look at, like, say, my brother's generation, so like the decade between us. My brother grew up in a world where the internet has always been a thing. Like, I know that the internet was a thing when we were kids, but it hadn't blown up to the point that it is now.
Yeah.
And like,
I mean, it was barely heard of.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, Aiden grew up in a world where like social media was always a thing, YouTube has always been a thing. The world that we live in now is just the world that he's grown up in. Whereas people like us are old enough to still remember just about, that little time before technology had like advanced to that point and was still, like at its earlier stages.
Yeah. We're the last generation where back in my day actually means like a significantly different time period.
Right. Yeah.
Try explaining to someone Aiden's age, like someone like Aiden, right? He would talk to his friends online, right? And he would use, like, say, text speak. But if you actually explain to him how text speak came along, where it's like, well, back when phones were still like shit and you were like, you had your basic Nokia, you had to pay per character.
Yeah.
And because you didn't want to pay more, you started shortening your words when you were texting your friends.
And making tons of anagrams.
Yes.
Tons. Yep.
And he just wouldn't get that. Well, I mean, he would comprehend it, but it would be
It would
such
sink.
a mind fuck to him.
It would, and not only the pain per character, but also the motherfucking process of actually typing
my God.
a goddamn message on a phone. It's enough to make me want to kill myself.
And people want to be like, flip phones were cooler. Like,
Yeah,
shut the fuck up.
Maybe if you wear fucking Adidas, white Adidas, and mow the lawn in your cargo shorts with a Budweiser in your hand.
Oh my God. No, or, you wear beige Crocs.
Yeah.
And like try explaining to like someone at Aiden's age like MSN.
Oh.
Like
website?
Yeah, like the chat. Like MSN,
yeah.
Like used to be, but like these days it's also standard, like the social media stuff, but like MSN you could have your own font that you were using, you could have you could change the fucking color, and there was all like the cool stuff that you could do.
Yeah.
Do you want to hear a story that's kind of related to that I haven't told like hardly anyone?
Yeah.
Okay. So I didn't have a personal computer until high school. My family got internet, and me and Charlene got computers because we went to high school and needed them for school and shit. So for the first time, I have a computer. And one of the things I did was I downloaded Skype because,
Skype was the bottom. That's why.
So one thing I started doing was going on Omegle. You know what Omegle is, right, Mason?
Do I know what Omegle is? Yes, of course I do. Yeah.
Okay. And I used to be trolling Omegle, usually doing disgusting, horrible things that I'm not going to talk about. So I would be trolling Omegle, and one time I met this chick, and she said she was from Canada, and I didn't see her. It was just a text chat. And she was like, download Skype. We'll keep talking, because we talked for like 3 hours when we met in Omegle. And so I downloaded Skype, and we ended up talking for like months. And that was like just the most, because imagine a kid who grew up not knowing what the internet was, and this new age of technology is coming, and you get internet for the first time as a teenage boy. You've never had that many friends, and suddenly you have this experience where you find a pen pal completely on your own and start talking to this person in this country that's like, you barely have a conception that there's other countries in the world because you're a 14-year-old boy, and you're talking to this person from this other country, some of it very adult in nature. And it was just the wildest experience, bro. It really was.
I actually have a fairly similar experience, but it was a friend that I made. I met her on MySpace, just randomly, adding people on MySpace and getting talking, and then same sort of thing. We started talking on Skype, and it was a friend that I genuinely, we were really, really good friends for like a decade, probably. Damn. We only really lost touch in the last few years because she got married and she has like 2, maybe 3 kids now, and just life just got in the way and we don't really talk as much. But we were genuinely really, really good friends. Like, never met up in real life, even though she only really lived like maybe half an hour away from me, which was, again, that was a mad experience. Like, when it eventually got to the point where we told each other where we lived, and it was like, oh, right. So we only lived like that far away from each other. So we could have met up, but we just never did. And we were genuinely really close. And it like I say, it was like 10 years or so that we were close for.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Man, that is cool. And I'm gonna say, which you're probably gonna be like, of course you did. But I actually had like snail mail pen pals.
Of course you did.
Of course you did.
Yeah.
That suits you.
It does. That is quintessentially Kate.
Yeah. Yep. It was. I mean,
Was it with a prisoner?
no, it was from. It was like ha 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 ha. It was like all different kinds of people from like all over the world and stuff.
How'd you end up with that situation?
Our local library started a pen pal network.
Oh, that's so cool.
That is cool, actually. That is dope.
Yep. Yeah. So it was kind of like an international book club pen pal network sort of thing. So
you were so hipster that you were doing BookTube before BookTube was a thing.
yeah, kind of, I guess. I mean, but it was but it wasn't really like that though, because it was more, I don't know, close, sort of intimate kind of thing.
Intimate.
Yeah, well, you know what I mean, because there's just,
Well, there's just something intimate about writing letters anyway, isn't
yeah. And
well, it's because
if someone sent me a letter now, it would be like,
what, Mason?
Go ahead. I'd finished.
Oh, you go. No, you said it would be like.
No, I said go ahead. I'd finished.
But Mason, you
finished.
didn't.
That would be like cool. There we go. I finished.
Thank you, Mason. No, what I was gonna say is just that's the reason it's intimate like that is because writing is the deepest form of thought. It's the most meditative form of thought. Jordan Peterson talks a lot about this. How, when you're thinking inside your head, it's a little bit more nebulous and free flowing. But when you think about what you want to write, you're concentrated on how you want to say something, and you put your thoughts down in a meticulous, ordered fashion. And that's why it's so intimate. Because you're really getting that person on paper.
Yeah. And what was really great about that too was it kind of encouraged me to branch out and sort of start my own little network of people, because it was a way of communicating with people that I didn't normally have a way of communicating with, because, we had like landline phones and all of that shit here. So, they didn't go in for, like having a cell phone. Or,
Try explaining that to Aiden's generation.
Right. And so, it was the way that I, had to connect with people. Like one of these young girls that was in a support group with my grandma, my mom's mom, who had syringomyelia. And just briefly, that's basically where like your spine makes too much spinal fluid and it pulls at like the base of your brain, and it's a really deteriorative disease. And she ended up with it because she got hit by a bus when she was 6, and that's why they made school bus laws for there to be stop signs on the side of school buses, because that happened to my grandma. So, yeah, weird history. But anyway, she knew this girl and who also had it, and we ended up becoming friends and pen pals back and forth before she ended up having surgery and then passing away. But yeah, and then like a whole bunch of other people. Plus, it was something that I did with some of the old folks at my mom's work too, because it was just something that they were like, "Oh wow, we'll do that with you. That's cool,"
I find it really interesting that somehow both me and you had childhoods that were involved with old folks' homes.
Yeah.
Really random.
Yeah. I'll tell you though, that old folks home, that was lit. It was lit because I know it sounds really corny me saying that, but because it was a building from the 1920s, and when they refurbished it, it's protected by the Historical Society. So when they refurbished it, it had to be like to standard. And so it was like walking back in time and being there. And I had to, because I was like singing and doing theater and stuff, we thought it would be a cool idea if because my dad started this, he thought it would be a cool idea to come in there and like read to some of the people and sing to them and stuff every other weekend. And then when he wasn't here anymore, I continued doing that. And my granny, okay, it was so weird. Didn't even ask her, didn't say nothing to her at all. She just randomly showed up in the middle of the week with a whole bunch of dresses and shoes and stuff. And it was all vintage and everything. She was like, I had this weird feeling for some reason. I was passing by this store and something told me to go in there. And she was like, so you know me, I listen. And I did. And I got all this. She was like, and I thought of you. And so she went in there and she got like all these vintage, like 1930s, 40s dresses and stuff and got them from like this thrift place and brought them all to me and helped me put together a costume so that I could go and I could sing in costume every weekend at the old folks' home. And yeah, so that's another reason why I know like all of these. Well, you know, I randomly sing just like 1920s to 40s songs out of nowhere. Yeah, that's why. Because yeah.
Do you still have that outfit?
Maybe around here somewhere.
I hope so.
Yeah. Because it was lit.
Hello.
Man. Hello.
Yes. Yes, Mason.
I've been trying to talk, but my connection's gone terrible.
God damn it.
Listen, it's gone terrible, and it's about time anyway. So shall we call it?
Yeah, we can do that. Oh, my chest. Oh, my titties are sore. Okay. All right. We're going to call it. This has been Team Adventurous. Thank you so much for being here. It was a pleasure. It was a pleasure chatting with you, Maru 409.
Maru 409.
Yeah. Welcome to the adventure.